yes, I clicked on the right one. So we're back to our Star Wars game after having a month of playtesting. And it is session number 73 of Star Wars. They survived 73 sessions with few deaths, a few maimings.
Yeah, maimings.
Well, you were disarmed.
Literally. I don't think you have had a death as such.
Technically, Piper's been killed in the storyline. And the B1 droid got killed in the storyline.
Yep.
But he...
Off-screen death.
But
it was on-screen
death.
death
Oh, no, it
of
was
the
on-screen,
droid.
yeah.
But the other thing, a lot of people saying, but he was just a droid.
He was more than a droid.
He was a psychopathic droid.
Wanted on 2 worlds for...
War crimes.
Well,
actually
had Rhodian hunters hunting all B1s down in the region to destroy them.
Yeah.
Based on his actions.
Well, plus he used the Nazis' version of how to get rid of cripples.
Yeah, so
Kill them?
Poor Piper.
Poor Piper.
Piper just went and misread the instructions.
Oh, no. Well, no, Piper may or may not be dead.
No, Piper misread the instructions.
Yeah.
Then Piper was killed publicly on the HoloNet.
Yeah.
Made an example of, because Piper was a poster child of the Empire.
Yeah.
And Rebel Saw Gerrera caught her.
Still sad, but you're such a lovable character.
In a way, though, you went out in a very epic way.
Yes.
So,
I know.
if you're going to have to go down...
So I did my swashbuckler, what was it? I don't know what it was. The one that made that deal with him and got killed. You know, within like 3 sessions of the created. Yeah. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
And your Warlock?
It happens.
That got
don't
disarmed
go
and
into that
defooted
one.
in the same...
That was a conspiracy against Jeremy and the rest of the game. So, yeah.
Party members lopped off his hands because they thought it would save him. Because he got bitten by things and touched magic. And then someone gave him the courage to run down into the next chamber, so he did and got his legs cut off. And so he sort of died limbless.
He didn't just lay on the floor and you called him that?
Well, he didn't survive the legs being chopped off.
The funny thing, the character was actually a relative of my current character's wife, Rachel's, and she's an arch assassin who still wants to know who killed him in the first place. So yeah. There was a bit of a kind of, I'm worried that my whole party's going to be TPK'd by my wife, but yeah. That's,
Only while they're sleeping.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, she might even be severely just for fun of it, but yeah. She's that kind of person. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't have to see
good
them.
plan. Ash was with a good trade. The Applet trade was really good.
Mind
Yeah.
assassin.
No, she's happy to use any means necessary to kill someone. It doesn't have to be in an honor duel.
I thought that she would go into their sleep and kill them while they're in their dreams.
She's got no need for that. There's a chance they might fight back. If it's fair, then it's not her way of doing it. Assassins don't survive by being fair. Master Assassins never get the title by being fair.
No.
True.
So, in this storyline, we are up to the first day of the new year. It is technically 5 years before the... Well, it is 4 years before the time of Rogue One and the stealing of the plans of the Death Star. And not far away from the all that happening, they have had interactions with Grand Admiral Thrawn before he was a Grand Admiral. They've had interactions with one of the Inquisitors before he got a change in direction. Someone cut him in two.
Who did that?
He's probably still alive. I mean,
Oh,
that's
they
all
found both pieces.
Oh, okay.
He's still alive. He's fine.
She didn't go for through the side.
Oh, down the middle.
She learned.
A little harder to put back
Yeah, a
together.
little bit harder.
She'd run into Maul.
Yeah. She learned don't cut them in half.
The last of the session of the storyline got them quite a bit of advantages to their clan. They started working for Randall Mining, and they had gotten some friendship starting off with the Rebel Alliance, unknowingly. One character in the group, Ariadne's character, was the Rebel liaison because she worked with the Rebel Scouts and just did tell everyone else they were rebels.
We're just like, we're gonna go do this. We're gonna go do some contract work for this mining company. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Oh yeah, they don't like the Empire. We don't necessarily like the Empire. Totally not related to the rebels at all.
Yes, we should all be speaking a South African accent.
I think we need to do a re-vote of the leader now. I think based on that, I don't trust her anymore. So
I would like
That's
to
Um,
point
Sorry,
out.
what did I just miss?
Apparently, he thinks that Kesley has become leader again and wants to revote for a new leader.
No.
No.
What was the
I
trigger
thought-
for this? Did I do
Yeah,
something
don't-
I'd forgotten
it's all good. It's all good. It's all about the all that you men you're the rebel contact. That's all. So.
Oh, I see. Well, you might be disappointed because I heard from a little cat who listens in on Martin's thoughts that there might be more rebel interactions this season 6. So you might have to reluctantly accept
I
that.
don't know what my thoughts is on rebels yet. I have no idea what my thought is yet.
I
I'm
mean,
still thinking about that.
Well, we still think Sorrel Garel is a bloody terrorist.
That is true. And most of the party are wanted throughout the system for crimes against the Empire. Because they got imprisoned, they escaped from the prison.
We were wrongly imprisoned.
No, you were rightfully imprisoned. You broke an Imperial interdicted quarter for military personnel only, and you were not military.
I was
still
only
don't
the
know that
passenger. I was kidnapped. I wasn't the pilot.
Yes, but you were a sector ranger with the other sector rangers, so as far as they were concerned, you had exceeded your jurisdiction, and you got thrown in prison.
I think I was
Mesa, because
Yeah, you're different. You're a Gungan, so that's okay.
The Gungan hadn't been there at that point, so he
yeah,
got away.
not
we had a Jawa.
No. not Mesa, Visa in a sense.
Yeah, you just got speeding tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just Death Watch, so I was down Branby in prison some stage. But, yeah.
And
That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with. Yeah.
and Mark's team of Death Watch people actually got imprisoned by the party.
Yeah, we were the ones that turned them in, and then
Yeah.
I ended up earning their loyalty
Yeah.
while we were in prison.
Because you did Fight Club in the prison.
Yeah, because I did Fight Club in the prison. I ended up winning their loyalty, and that's why Ash decided to follow Kayana and has been brought into the family.
Yes, I'm still getting used to this whole be nice to people thing. I'm not used to it. So.
Okay, so it is a new game year inside of the storyline. The Mandalorians have been seeing an increase in metals, money, and technology due to the arrangements you made with Randall Mining. With that, more of Friends of the Grey Griffins have arrived, which will be where Peter's character comes in, because of the Grey Griffins are the Rebel Scout group. They're working with Randall Mining because Randall has made a deal to give them a percentage of the metals as well.
Are we doing instructions?
We will, but I was giving you some information before you did your introductions
No,
because
that's
it was
okay.
going to
I was just
relate to
checking.
your introductions.
So they're the planetary scouting party that actually looks for the resources.
So
That's what a mining company uses scouts for. They don't use scouts to say, is there a system here?
No, that's for us.
So Peter will know the 3 Grey Griffins that we rescued. Which I thought I had their names written down here.
There are
somewhere.
4 of them, and
Oh.
there's also the Chandra Dell, the
Yeah.
other contact.
Okay, alright.
Zundradel, tall redhead, very commanding sort of presence. Multi-skilled, and another one that they have used to be called Officer Fabio.
That was his undercover name.
Dunstan.
He chose it as an undercover name because he was using his face to help him get in with the bureaucracy of Elrood.
And use it against explosives.
Then he got caught in an explosion and hasn't used that alias since.
Yeah, so
So-
he... Oh, sorry.
You want to?
No, you go.
So he basically is now under a different alias as just the pilot of the group, because he was also, as Officer Fabio, was participating in the sector's starfighter racing. So he was a racer. And he bowed out in an accident where one of the party members decided that they were in a relationship with him and tried to talk the way into the hospital as the wife of the character walked in.
Hey, it was a good idea. I really think it was a good idea.
I didn't throw anyone under the bus for that one, but
Well, he has a habit of throwing himself under the bus.
Well, no, Piper was obsessed with Dr. Fabio, or Captain Fabio, so
Well, we did
I decided the name as
joke
well.
there,
Yeah, so...
yeah, he kept giving him higher and higher ranks, and he kept saying, no, it's still just officer.
So,
And,
that's all right, it's-
and
Go
so
ahead.
the characters have had a couple of months off as pursuing their own interests. So at the table today we have Ross, who will also introduce his character and what he's been doing for the last couple of months.
Yes, I play Khalid, the a bit of a jack of all, the enforcer or ex-enforcer of when we were this, was it the Rangers? Also a trained assassin. I've been now gone along the lines of being a gadgetee, which now starting to be able to mend stuff and modify stuff. Not able to build stuff from scratch, but not as good as my dad, but I'm getting there.
His dad didn't stop at any point to not point out that he doesn't build stuff. He was quite happy to say, and what have you built lately from scratch?
Yes, and I've got my trusted sidekick that I've been tinkering with, which is a heavily modified pit droid called PAD1. Starting reading up on my next career path, which is becoming a cybernetist, so I can actually fix my arm and fix other people's arms and
Improve everyone while they're sleeping.
improve everyone, because flesh is weak.
As per our former B1 unit.
Yeah.
Doctor.
So I've also been tinkering with my droid.
And what did you spend the last month or so doing as personal interests?
I was basically just studying with the cybernetics and things like that, reading up on it, and also with droids. So going around on the electronic and mechanical side of such.
Okay. So yes, you spent the last couple of months in study.
Yeah.
Kesley is next.
I am playing Chaotic Cape Weir. She was a lowly born in the clan kind of thing, and then when we had to leave the planet, her parents presumably died. It's not maybe true. So she's had to prove herself as a Mandalorian of worth, made her way all the way up to being the leader once the opportunity was given to her. And then through just terrible decisions that got us arrested, she's then having to reprove her worth as a Mandalorian, which she has been able to do. And now just acts as like the third in command under under Thea, but is realistically just trying to be a better fighter overall to actually be the security part of what she hopes to be for the group.
And every time she's been in a combat to show her elite skills,
I almost died.
well, she got one shot by the pirate captain to literally death is nigh.
Yeah.
And if a party member hadn't managed to show up and bandage her, would have been a one-shot kill, which was a complete accidental roll.
Yeah. It was just a bad time. I did manage to get one bit in, which was impressive against him, but also, I almost for sure died, and that was actually kind of funny.
I would like to say in Kayana's defense, she was fighting an ex-rebel for Bail Organa's.
He was an ex-honor guard for Bail
Yeah,
Organa.
that's it. I was going to say honor guard,
Not an actual rebel.
He
Yeah.
also fought for the rebellion in there as well.
No, you.
Left.
Your character knows some of that, but it wasn't advertised to the others.
Yeah.
And but he was also a fencer on the doing it as part of competition.
Yes.
So a competition fencer.
Multi-award winning.
Took on Kayana with fencing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones where I didn't wear my armor. That was dumb.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, plus you also didn't have any stance and things like that. Going.
I was always the one with natural abilities, so over the past month, I would say I would have been working on my agility and dueling. So, from a game mechanics standpoint, the next time I'm able to increase my characteristics, it's going to be agility. But from a in-game standpoint, she has just been practicing.
Okay, so one thing that Kayana does also have is you have a new set of dueling swords.
Hell yeah.
They look a lot different than the other ones you had. They're not as smooth lined, but they look a lot older.
Ooh.
A gift from the clan. Basically, if you lose these, you'll be dishonored, sort of statement as you're giving them.
Got it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this is your weapon thing.
Hey, you're now Leonardo.
Hell yeah.
It's that metal that turns off lightsabers.
That's called Kurtosis, and it does exist in this because these are the guys who created it.
It literally comes from Star Dragons.
The Kurtosis was created by the company that did this version of Star Wars
That's funny.
as a defeat for lightsabers.
Yeah, because it's just.
Well, you
too
had to
powerful.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was how could you block a lightsaber with a sword? Well,
You can't.
we come up with something that is so tight in its molecular bonding that lightsabers can't sever it.
Smart.
And that's the rough science behind it.
Yeah.
And that came from Starwing, our dragon.
You've got other Kurtosis that comes from him, yes. But I was just saying where the Kurtosis itself came from,
Yeah.
as it predated the setting.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I'll come back to Peter at the end when everyone else has had a chance
So
to
that might have
introduce
been
their
used in
characters.
the Jedi Wars.
It would have been using it, yes. The Mandalorians used it heavily.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying those swords might be one of the relics from that.
And next one we have is Ariadna.
So we have Thane, True Striker, mostly known as Thea, Talon of the Clan. She is somewhat like all leaders, a reluctant leader, but takes it fairly seriously. But she's happy to have Khalid as her second.
Did you end up telling the clan about the Star Dragon?
We all met the Star Dragon
Yeah,
together.
no, did you end up telling the clan that you met the Star Dragon?
I think I would have, because Starwing belongs to the Starwing Clan.
Yep. So now soon you'll probably become the chosen one.
It depends. I don't know, Martin, is that something that my character would consider super secret?
You would only tell the authorities, not the rank and file.
You would probably.
Yeah.
You probably tell your
Immediate others.
auntie who is taking over as one of the leaders.
Yeah, so I probably
Her-
would have.
Do you remember your aunt's name that we came up with?
I remember the real name that I gave my aunt,
Yeah.
which now I can't remember
Because you're on the spot.
because I'm on the spot. I'm pretty sure I put it in here somewhere.
Well, memory is all about writing it down and using it.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, it doesn't matter how often I write it down. I can't remember it. But
So-
I decided everyone wanted to call her Sarah Bob.
Well, because we had one person suggest Sarah, one person suggest Bob, so we just said Sarah Bob
And I asked Martin between games
for a different name.
what I could do about that, and he said, well, technically it's your contact, you get to name them. So I renamed them. I think I just renamed them Sarah.
Makes sense, yeah.
Rather than just having something like Sarah Bob, because I'm like,
Sarah Bob sounds like a good name.
they're a fairly serious contact, and I'd prefer for them not to be sounding like a redneck from out back.
Come on.
I'd rather save that for more comically appropriate situations.
You like Bobby Lee.
Unlike Dom Diesel?
Look,
That was a player's choice.
technically,
And he's all about family.
yeah.
We need
I
family
guess it's
contact.
the difference between Dom Diesel is the clan's captain, therefore the clan gets to choose its name, whereas my aunt is my contact.
Yeah, it makes more
so
sense.
I get to choose the name, and I just felt that Sarah Bob was just a bit silly, and I prefer to call her Sarah.
Makes sense.
That's it.
I like it.
So yeah.
Sarah with a bob haircut.
Look, I can absolutely appreciate my clan's sense of humour.
I think that's one thing you can't fault us for. We
No,
definitely have a
no.
sense of humor.
And to be honest,
And not
Not-
everything goes as planned.
I'm not great at being a good influence in terms of keeping them serious, because I think they need to keep a sense of humour in this world, in this setting. So I don't want to restrict it too much, but yeah, I think I ended up calling it Sarah.
And what did they do in her downtime?
Well, I kind of didn't even finish my introduction. So.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
sorry
finish your
about that.
introduction.
Because I went to the trouble of writing my normal, because I always end up waffling on and I never get any consistency, so I wrote my introduction down.
It's not a bad thing to do.
Into it,
And then I interrupted.
Yeah, interrupted. So my official introduction says, Talon of the clan, grateful for her clan members, Khalid, her droid collector, fellow Lothcat owner, official member of the Cyber Arm Corps, and then there's Kayana, martial artist extraordinaire, also lost an arm in the same session. So we actually
Same
just
arm.
missed your
No,
anniversary.
I thought it was
Oh, yeah.
No, it was the same
on
arm. You both
28th
lost the
of
same
6th,
side.
23
Oh, yeah.
would have been your 12-month anniversary, and one of the things Thea was going to do in comedic follow-up of the clan's sense of humour was throw you guys a celebration of Cybernetics Day. So that's one of the things she would have done in the downtime.
By pushing the button
Yes.
that the droid gave you that gives them electric shocks every time
no,
you push it.
I would not be doing that.
Use the droids electric shocks.
No, the droid rewired their arms to shock them.
As
Yeah.
well as Ash Guard, who is the heavy weapons specialist, and then the remarkably coordinated Gungan Boom Boom Cat Crash, honorary clan member and racing legend. So that's my official introduction. During my time off, I would like to have re-established contact with Bria, because I lost contact with her over my prison sentence.
Which one was that one?
Greer was the one that took us hunting for the flying manta rays that gave electric shocks and had the poison gas stuff that they could emit and immobilise, and we managed to catch a couple of those when we were contracted as kind of safari hunters. And she was like a highly skilled tracker and hunter. And I admired her greatly, and I wanted to see if I could track her down. Wouldn't have minded spending some time with her, getting some more practice in hunting sort of area. The other thing, I'd like to have tried to get MT-70 fixed up or progress towards being more functioning. And then in between studying my book from the founder, gained from being the only person who rolled well enough to spot a secret door and regretting it every moment since opening it, carrying out a mission training with a mentor that knows about the book of the founder and is
I did have other
helping me work my way through the implications of becoming a force-sensitive Mandalorian.
Because now, Force
The old
sensitive-
Dashringer one from Shadows of the Empire, if you ever played that game.
Well, being force-sensitive
Except
alone
between,
means we're going to
Empire
attract
and Return of the Jedi.
Inquisitors and things like that.
So definitely have to be careful.
So part of the mentorship would be, how do you hide your force sensitiveness when you find yourself on a planet and you
The Inquisitor's looking right at you.
yeah. So how to hide, how to make a little bit more use of it.
Look, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to,
that
you have
kind
to
of,
follow. You have to learn your oppulency for following Harry Potter.
yeah. It's look. I'm basically a beacon for Darth Vader if he's around, and I prefer not to be, because I have zero skills as a Jedi.
Well, you're not really because you haven't been overusing the Force users.
No.
The more you use the Force, the more the Empire notices you, the more they track you, the more they hunt you.
Yeah. I'm not sure what this mentor's teaching me, but I presume it's fighting more than fighting.
That there are other ways to do things besides magic or the Force. That should be a last resort.
Then we've got
And so your character has gained Bria as a contact,
yep.
and your droid is now working in that downtime.
MT-70, yep.
Yep.
Is it the R4 droid?
No, the little
The two-legged one.
square-headed little two-legged one.
The one we picked up off the trash planet.
Mhm.
The
Oh, yeah.
the R4 we named. Wait, was he?
R4's
No,
the
this is-
backstabbing bastard.
Is this not
Yeah, we
the
don't like
R4?
him.
You got rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
But-
one's got like a square head.
Well, when they were all off the ship, he tried to steal it. He got this close to actually taking off with it, except we had two party members with chances of reaching it, and one of them had rocket boots.
Does the
And Ion.
Does the MT-70 look similar to the second droid Mike brought back from
Yes.
the US? Yeah. So I think the non-R2-D2 droid that Mike brought back from the US.
It's basically a square, rectangular-like head with two legs.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
with
a
the-
bit droid quartered.
Yeah.
They use it
and he was
in
pretty much like a broken puppet.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Like a
Yeah.
tiny walker.
Isn't that
Yeah.
the one that they tortured in when they were going through
Oh.
Jabba's?
That's a power droid. So instead of that big chunk, imagine that it's just maybe the size of 3 or 4 books, and then just legs either side of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, basically, it's that.
But basically, it's cute, and so the whole party went oh, and
Please
he
roll.
adopted it, but he needed a mass amount of parts and things. So I've been Bail Organa. We ended up doing an indirect job for him, and through that indirect job, we actually ended up getting these really hard to get parts. It's just a matter of
So,
Okay.
with my ability,
Oh.
can I make it cheaper as well?
What was that?
With my ability, can I make it cheaper?
What, her parts?
For the droid.
No, because the problem is you'd have to get the parts first. It doesn't make it cheaper. Okay, so online we have Mark.
Oh, sorry. So, Ash Scarred, for Peter anyway. So Ash is a ex-Death Watch mercenary who met the gang, well, the original team in jail because he was murdering anyone.
He was there to murder the clan the party belongs to.
Yeah. So, as you probably guessed already, I have a big, huge Star Wars sidewinder, like the shock troopers and the rebels used to have. So that's I call it my precious gun. I might call it precious and a few other words during the sessions, so just be warned. But also I'm a stealth pilot as well as what you'll find the Gungan is. So we have 2 pilots myself for the Gungan. Heavy, light, any sort of range weapon I'm a specialist with. And also I've been teaching myself over the last probably break that we've had with as characters to improve my sort of charm and leadership skills with both Kiana and Thea, because I've learned that they've got very good. They seem to know how to talk the talk, and I've been trying to learn, so which goes with my upgrade to those skills. So, I've been trying to fix my ship and my gun because my gun broke last session, remember?
Someone broke it.
And my ship had a few issues because I haven't used it for a while because I've been driving other ships around. I have a little.
He left it parked for a while, and other people borrowed it.
Yeah, there was rodents all over it. That's the problem. Rodents all over it. Go.
Mr. say you so lucky this PG up.
Thank you, Misa. So it might be a bit of a rivalry between the Gungan and Ash, unfortunately. He's a better pilot. Yeah. Even the Gungan won last time, just. As I said, Richie came in as a heavy weapon specialist, but I've realised this game is, we just need a broadness of skills, so I'm trying to provide what I can. For me, from the break, I've been mainly catching up with my usual, once the Mandalorian Starfighter was fixed, I was going to do some patrols to catch up with my services for the patrols around the base, because I do that as a thing, because I'm pretty good at space piloting, so I go around just make sure everything's right, do the scout runs, that kind of stuff. But also I've been mainly Thea. Watching her and talking to her, but watching her when she doesn't know I'm watching her, and just going around just watching how she acts with people and things, and just learning how she became a leader. Kind of thing.
Watching her in a PG way, not in an R+ rated way.
No, in a PG way.
I am learning social skills way.
Yes, I'm learning because. Yeah, because Ash wasn't really social before. Used to go me shoot kind of thing. He now wants to politely say, "May I shoot that person?"
I'm going to shoot you now. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, I did a run the other night. I only shot my gun once and turned the guy to ash and destroyed the door behind him. So it's like, so I don't have to shoot it much anymore.
While the rest of the party was showing how good they are at hand-to-hand combat.
Mm-hmm.
So my weakness is hand-to-hand for obvious reasons. But no, as I said, I've got a bit of, I've got skills in computers as well as piloting and astrogaming and all that stuff. And I actually got a fairly high intelligence, so I'm a bit knowledgeable around the place because of my, I call it Death Watch background. I'll use that as one example. But I'm also trying to realise that I've got to be more than just a big gun guy kind of guy. I want to be kind of help out the party in other ways. So, yeah.
You want to be the useful guy, not just the gun guy.
Yeah, because while I love shooting things and watching things go boom, it's sometimes good to be. Yeah. So,
we're Mandalorians. We all love shooting things and watching them go boom.
And just for you, Martin, I'm not sure to put the screen up properly for the online recording or.
I probably haven't pushed it through to you guys at the moment, so I shall do so now.
That's just
I
spoiling
get to do that occasionally.
That's okay. But otherwise, that and I might have been trying to she's filming the Gungan the whole kind of month as well, just to say, hey, I'll show you the pilot and try to organise another race one stage for that. So
I feel like Ash and Burgum have a real Gimli and Legolas
Mm.
relationship.
Yeah.
There was a statement of that still counts as one when one of them blew up
Yeah.
a bunch of starfighters and the other one
TIE
blew
fighters.
up a starfighters
Oh,
and the other
okay.
one blew up a capital ship.
Yeah.
So, and
I
it
think
still
I
counts
did-
as one.
I beg to differ who won that one, but anyway, there you go.
Well, you're the one who took out the capital ship.
I know, that's why I said the capital ship's worth more. So, but anyway, that's
Okay,
okay.
so that brings us to Mike.
Hello, sir. I play Bro Crash, the Gungan ace pilot, who knows how to counter, unlike someone else.
Also, it's the
I
fastest ship.
I am from the Panorama Mountain Raceway around the lakes of Naboo. I'm 2 meters. 2.2 meters tall. With a purple and pink mohawk.
So is that the point to the mohawk, or does the mohawk add to the point two?
It adds.
Not just the fastest
Sorry,
member.
you add on top of that for the mohawk.
I thought the Mohawk was the
So we
0.2
do
part of the
5
equation.
centimeters or 20?
It depends on how much Mesa hair products is in there. Mesa regretting speaking Gungan. Because trying to think of Mesa and Usa words to
That's because you
bastardize.
use a
So what
I increased my computers during the break. I also upgraded some of my weapons and armor because I have never done that and basically was running around in twill armor. Spent about 20,000 credits upgrading gear. I've been focusing on my speed racing in the piloting simulator to show Ash how much better than Ash I am. I can't remember the other skills I upgraded because that was from a couple of weeks ago.
That's
Oh,
okay.
by the way, did you notice how the pod racing simulation wasn't working a couple of times because I turned the power off on you?
Misa also upgraded my computers, so that wasn't a problem.
Okay, fair enough.
And you ended your race the high score this time.
Yes, mainly spent time working, enhancing my piloting further, and upgrading my gear.
Which then brings us to Peter, bringing in a new character.
Greetings. Yes, I'm Peter. I'm my first session. I'm playing Sergeant Garm Von Duel, Human Quartermaster of the Alliance. Garm commenced his career as a quartermaster for the Imperium, whereupon he found that their tactics, etc., were a little bit not to his taste. So currently he has left and is assisting the Alliance against the Empire. If you are looking to sell something or you want something rare found, Garm's your man.
Okay,
So I'll probably know you already because I've been acquiring bits and pieces for upgrading our ship and things like that.
So bonuses for characters. Khalid has got another 4,000 credits to his name.
Yay!
Kayana has 3,200 credits.
Nice.
Basically, they get bunches of credits based on how well they complete their specializations. Thea gets 4,200 credits. Ash gets 3,200 credits. Brum Brum Crash gets 4,000 credits.
Rigged. No.
And Garm gets 16,000 credits plus another 300.
Wow.
Good payday
That's
for
fair
you.
enough.
No,
Oh,
that's for the same time period.
That's
Exactly the
easy.
same time period.
Yeah. So whatever he's doing, I need to figure it out.
Quartermaster. It's good to be the quartermaster.
Yeah.
Is that a specialisation
Yep.
that I got to start and work my way through?
Well, if he takes entrepreneur, he can increase that even more.
Nice.
And definitely be Mr. Money.
Nice.
So we all want to be nice to you because we want you to spend some of your money on ourselves.
And every session you get 300 credits.
Nice.
Always at the start of every session.
Very nice. Good stuff we have.
And the site does the calculations for me, so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so yes, it is first time you guys have caught up in a while because Thea didn't know Ash was watching her.
Let's go to a scenario of, like, she's cooking something in the kitchen or something like that, and I kind of turn around and look at it and can go back and look around again. Then she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "Okay." I come out clean with it after that. So.
Ash has multiple stab wounds in the back of his thighs from cats as he's been caught by the cats on more than one occasion.
Yeah, you misaccounted for the fact that you can't really watch me without me knowing because the cats are always with me. My two
Love cats.
loth cats
Yes,
are
yeah.
my constant sort of scouts. Are always kind of watching. They're also my first indication that there might be an anti-force person in the area and that I should start making...
I also, at the same time, I come up, can you tell your cats that I'm being nice to you, please? At the same time. So.
The cats always assume you're being nice.
That they only drew blood. They didn't cut through your hamstrings.
Yeah, to be honest, it could be a
From
lot
love
worse.
taps.
Now, this is, being a PG game, this is not me, I'm not liking the cats, I'm not saying I'm going to kill the cats, so I'm not liking the cats right now. Okay, so,
Yeah.
so
Well,
while the cats are your best friends, I'm not quite friends with the cats. At the moment, I haven't quite understand the whole situation. So,
the idea is not to be friends with them. The idea is for them to retain a certain amount of their natural ferocity for when they have to fight for us.
They are trained as scouts, attack cats.
Yeah, they're working cats, so it's kind of like
party member here, party member. You think they would learn that? But anyway, it's okay.
I will.
Anyway, I while I understand, as a character, I would be a little bit upset. I'm sorry.
I just want to explain to you though, Ash, that they are still very wild from even though we've had them from kittens. So although I am aiming to train them not to use their claws on party members, it takes a lot of time to work the wild out of a loth cat.
And doesn't want to train out their aggression against the
Yeah.
people they're supposed to go for. So it's a balance.
So-
yeah.
So it's a
I
balance.
come to visit you less and less after this situation.
So
Just so you know.
that is one reason to train without armor.
I feel like this is pointed at a certain somebody.
No, but honestly, yeah, I would train with the loft cats without any armor.
Yeah, no, I don't wear armor when I'm training them. I have to
And
still train
occasionally
every
he
day.
confuses Thea's loft cats for Khalid's loft cat until he realizes that Khalid's loft cat has no interest in biting, scratching, or harming him in any way. But it does love walking all over his starship.
What was your cat's name again? Ragnarok?
Ragnarok.
It's more the stealth. It's going to be
He likes to sneak.
it's the stealth sneaky one. Get into any places it can possibly can. And basically I'm going to have a little camera attached to it.
So my cats are a bit different. They've been trained in a rarer Mandalorian dialect that's not actually used very often.
I'm sighing right now, just put it out there. I'm just sighing going, you're the beast master and you haven't trained your cats yet. I'm just thinking out loud, but yeah, that's okay.
No, she's
So
trained her
it's-
cats. She's just not trained it in the way that's helpful to you.
Yeah.
No, I've
Yeah,
trained
that's right.
them.
Yeah.
I've trained them so they can't easily be controlled by other people.
And this is a skill you learned from your family.
Yeah.
Because your family was
Yeah.
animal handlers.
Yeah, so I'm using my family's traditional dialect for training command terms and things like that.
So she switched from Big Game Hunter to Beastmaster because Beastmaster was more about working with animals instead of killing them,
Fair.
which was suited to the character type.
Yes, it was, yeah.
And my family used to train attack animals for rich families for money.
Yep.
So we trained them in whatever dialect that
they would do.
that family wanted us to.
Nice.
And usually, particularly if you were doing it for other Mandalorian clans, it would be the clan dialect you would train them in, so that they only listened to those clan members.
Yeah.
But you guys will have access to those command words and things like that, so you'll be able to tell them to do a bunch of simple things like to
I was gonna
scout
say, we
or
grew
to
up with
defend.
it. Ash is a newbie, so
Yeah.
he probably doesn't know.
So Ash has
they,
that slight
they are less
disadvantage.
likely to listen to anyone other than you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and everyone would have to make a leadership check to get them to do something that you've already taught them.
But they know party members are friendly, so
They do know that
Well,
party members
they-
are friendly, but then they still consider Ash an outsider.
they're still
Mhm.
getting to know. I mean,
Yes.
actually, I would encourage
Ash's
Ash
ship
to.
is kitty litter.
I would say to Ash, if you don't want them to
They
bite
so
or
smarter.
or scratch you,
No.
then you would actually visit more often. Because the more frequently you see them, the more familiar they are with you, the less often they
I do visit you a fair bit, thank you. I think they
Well,
took it the wrong way.
You were making the remark that you visit a lot less often after this now.
Oh, after I realised you haven't trained them as much, and I go,
Oh no, they're trained. They're actually really well trained. I put a bit of downtime.
No, I only use you in a scenario when it's everyone else is there, so I'm not just purely targeting it. So yeah.
Don't
Do you
worry,
know
they will
the-
pick you out of the crowd.
The standard to
Oh.
actually train the loft cats to be scouts and attack cats. In
Yeah,
terms
I'm
of
looking at the
downtime,
Death Watch scenario about
pretty
cats,
high.
whether it's a good or a bad thing. Yeah, just give me a second. Yeah. No, that's right. Okay, I kind of respect the cats in a way that I don't respect the cats. That's right.
Well, yeah.
Whereas if you were to see Kayana come in, she's not one that's really ever really interacted with the cats, at least while other people are around. She loves the cats, but not while other people are watching.
But the cats know it, so
Yeah, so like you can see like Ash probably going in like these dang cats, and then Kayana comes in, pets him once, is like all good, cool.
the cats probably spend a lot of time focusing on Kayana because they know she secretly loves them.
Yes.
No,
And they're
Ash
waiting
does
to
smell of Ragnarok quite a lot because Ragnarok likes to sleep in Ash's pilot seat.
That probably doesn't help.
This is why. Oh yeah, weren't there prints all over Ash's all over Ash's ship when he came back?
Ooh.
Ragnarok's the main culprit for that.
If I go post, Bill, it's not your. It's all Martin's fault. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So, no.
Unfortunately, Ragnarok knows how to override your.
If I go post on my character.
What entry codes?
Okay.
Alright, cats aside.
Yes, and yes, it is first time you've all gathered together after a while, and you've had Garm brought in because the Grey Griffins have requested that you get some hard-to-get gear for them because of their ship needing a few sensor upgrades to be more effective.
Okay.
Okay, so it sounds like a mission.
So they've managed to bring in someone who's good at finding hard to get stuff, but they generally don't want someone good at finding hard to get stuff getting poached by other people. such as one of the criminal groups in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
A
it's
lot
fair
of
enough.
those.
While we have this catch up as a group, I'm looking around for the cats, by the way, just put it out there. Okay, so.
There's one slightly off camera here that's getting pats at the moment.
Well, as you look around, you notice one of them is directly above you, hanging off the ceiling. And then you realise that the room does have carpeted ceiling just so they can walk across the ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's almost like I want to go to the ship and just wait for everyone there. And I had that feeling, yeah. But no. Okay. My hamstrings just feel like they're twitching already by accident. Yeah, because of all the stabbing. So yeah, it's like okay.
That's when you realise there's one right by your hamstring. As you were looking up, the other one had gotten into position.
I was going to say, should you just get armor that covers up these parts of the beginning staff?
Well, I've got my Mandalorian armor on right now, but they find the good spots. That's what I'm saying. So they know
They
what
just
to
get right in between the armor and the flight suit. Just...
They have been
do.
practicing.
I've got a feeling I might have to upgrade my armor very soon, basically, checking what's going on. But yeah.
I need a
But that's
full-body carcasses.
I just look at Thea, I was like, look Thea, Cat, the ankles there, and just see if I get a response. So, yeah.
I will call the cat off. Okay.
So the Grey Griffins put us in touch with Sergeant Garm, and we are asked to go find some hard-to-get materials.
Ooh.
Okay, further details. What have they told us?
Basically that it is a upgraded sensor array, which allows them to do their system sweep a lot faster with a lot more detail. It's currently highly illegal because it's military hardware.
Yes,
Because military units use it to determine where insurgents are hiding.
Okay.
So they've just wanted to expand their range of their sensors. Is it any better for us to get something like that for us?
Yes, the Empire doesn't install it on their new cruiser.
Okay.
What size cruiser?
It's a small cruiser.
So it's like the patrol cruiser type thing.
It's one that does the patrols in the sector, and it would make it easier for the Empire to then track people.
So we just want to get one that's quote-unquote fallen off the truck that they don't end up getting.
Well, you're wanting to redivert their technology to somewhere where it's going to help you instead of hinder you.
Yeah.
As the Empire has a shoot-on-sight policy for Mandalorians at the moment.
I wonder why.
I see.
I wonder if there was...
No, it's because
Why they say negative against
Purge
Mandalorians, I have no idea.
happened, hasn't it?
What was that?
When the Empires bombed the crap
They
out of
haven't bombed the crap out of it yet.
Oh, okay.
We're getting close to that.
Getting closer to it.
Yeah.
A couple years off, right?
Because around the time of A New Hope was around the time it was bombed. But it was after Rebels. Because at the end of the Rebel storyline,
That's when that happened. Yep.
they still had Mandalore unglassed.
Okay.
Because that was before Bo-Katan lost the Dark
Yep.
Saber.
Yes. It's hard to keep track of all these timelines sometimes.
Oh, yeah, when you're watching and then you go, okay, I've now watched Rebels, but I was also watching Clone Wars.
Well, you can't watch Clone Wars in season order because it jumps throughout the entire timeline. Because they didn't know how long it was going to take that they were allowed to film for, so they did the key episodes they wanted, and then figured out that it didn't make sense in the order that they had published them.
I finally watched it in timeline order. It makes so much sense. It's
It
so
does. It is so much better.
Alright, anyway.
Especially considering they get rid of the bikini clothing for the Padawan.
Yeah.
She has a boob tube.
Yeah. Very, very much, and she's supposed to be 14, I think, at
Yep.
that time too. So she's like,
Okay.
let's give her a little bit more
Yeah.
actual clothing.
And so they actually gave her clothing later on, and it was a huge improvement.
By season 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think they upped it like a couple years that one.
Okay, so yes, as you're all seated around a table here, anything you guys want to say to your new recruit, who basically you've been given the equivalent of the quest where you take the NPC somewhere.
My character's got a encrypted comlink.
Mm-hmm.
He's currently on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
He's come on, Mike. You're breaking my balls, Mike. You know I went to you because I knew you needed it, and I knew you could take it all. So you're gonna take it all, or you're gonna leave me hanging?
Not the Mike the player, Mike an NPC.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So,
That was
He's
confusing.
got his finger up to you guys. He goes, that's why. Okay, all right. So all three, 10,000 each. Done. All right. Okay. We'll do business in the future. Thanks.
Sayers, think to yourself, just in the first few seconds, you've only known him a few seconds. Don't label him a douchebag yet.
well, the thing is, he doesn't know how to drive a bus.
Well,
there is that.
I'm just reminding myself that the reason why he's a really good quartermaster is probably the skills that he's displaying right now. So not to underestimate or make any prejudgments right this second. But the conversation is really leading you right down that road.
I took the thing from Cartman.
Yeah. Yeah.
I caught that. That was really funny.
I was gonna say it's actually really appropriate in a weird sort of way. Because I'm leader, I'll step forward and I'll say, Garn. Is it Garn or Garn or is it Garm? Garm. Yeah.
To you, it's brother. He steps in, he gives you a big hug. He goes, my new friends. Wonderful to be here.
I will try not to act awkwardly because I'm a Mandalorian after all, and I am wearing full armor. But
All I want to know is the cat's attacking straight away or not. That's what I want to know. If they don't, I feel a bit of a racial profile on me.
Yeah, it is racial profiling because he is a present monster as well.
I was going to say the cats. Usually in these situations, the cats won't be seen. They'll be on scouting guard duty. I'd like to introduce my clan members. We have Khalid, and we have Kayana, Ash, and Brum Brum.
So unless people do anything about it, he's going to step up, give him a hug. It's good to be here. Good to know you.
Kayana would stay as stiff as possible. Just kind of do like.
Before you attempt the hug, Ash puts a big hand on your chest saying, "It's okay, man. It's okay." And
I'll grab that hand, give it a shake.
I'll give a handshake, but the hugging is getting too close to Ash. Ash doesn't like hugging. So,
actually, most of us are going to go, what the hell?
We are not touchy-feely people.
No, all of us are probably responding with the kind of, what the? Okay.
You'll get used to it. Like,
No, well,
we're all fine.
Is that where you do the whole new alarm thing to the Gungan?
Yeah.
Give the Gungan a hug as well.
Well, the Gungan was the only one that normally would sort of hug us, but he normally would just go, yeah, no.
I was going to say, so you hug the Gungan's belly button, because he's 2.2 meters tall.
Most of us are tall.
Not including the mohawk.
Crew fury would be over 180.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Gungan is taller, but how tall are you?
I'm about 5'7", 5'8", maybe.
So you're looking at about
So you're probably the shortest.
70.
Yeah, around 170. I would say, like, Kayana would be around the same height, so.
We're going to be working together.
Yeah.
That is great news.
Yeah.
I've never worked with your people before, but I've heard good things.
No, that's so sweet. And I've heard your name amongst my rebel contacts.
Don't believe half the things you hear.
Well, so
Not
far
true.
it's been that you can work miracles when...
Again, you've just thrown the word rebel in there when the others aren't used to it yet.
Yeah,
And
well,
I-
we're going to have to.
And I just look at everyone going,
Are we in a public place?
No, you're in a would be a private room.
Yeah. We're in a private meeting room.
We're in a private meeting room in a station that is owned by Mandalorians and
Partly leased to the rebellion.
Yeah. And I've been like the rest of, even though the rest of the clan might flinch a little about the word rebels. They know that I've done work for rebels on and off because a couple of my other downtimes have been doing rebel missions because that's what my captain asked me to do. And yeah, that's the way it's going at the moment. Look, it was against Imperials, so I'm okay with that. As long as the rebels are the Imperials are getting some stick back. Preferably a really big stick with a big boom at the end, and body parts flying at their end. That would be my preference.
So yeah, I'll say, okay, so Garm, since they has said that you're a pretty good person, though, we'll take your judgment. So this part we're after, Thea, have you told Garm about it yet or not?
Sorry?
Because we discussed the part before the introduction to Garm.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask Garm, so where's this part that we have to collect?
He looks at Martin expectantly.
You're going to be getting it from the smugglers at Kidron.
So my guy goes, so Garm says, I know a guy.
You know a guy?
I know a guy.
Okay. Well, I'll trust you on that. Okay. Yeah.
I like to be friendly with everybody.
Well, that's how a good quartermaster gets
Look,
his...
I'm just going to put it out there, as long as you don't drive a bus and have certain clothes in the bus that I decide to purchase from you, I think we're going to work our way out together. So.
I keep hearing
There's a history of me purchasing leather badged outfits in the last kind of couple games, so yeah. So
Play your choice.
yeah. Go ahead, Martin.
Play your choice.
Yeah, player choice. Yes, I know it was player choice, and I thought it was a funny idea at the time. So, but okay, cool. Okay, so which ship we're taking, guys?
Well, it's not yours because we can't fit in it.
We'll be taking...
No one touches my... And
You
I
can have
look
a
at
starfighter as an escort, and
Yeah.
you can even technically dock with it and jump to hyperspace with it docked.
We'll probably be taking our ship, unless the quartermaster has an upgrade for us in ships. Looks to game master, hopefully.
No, he's the person who's buying the stuff.
Okay.
Otherwise, he wouldn't need you.
Yeah,
Wait,
fair enough.
can I just be reminded in terms of the ships we have? We have
You have
Ash
a
has his
freighter.
ship.
You have a group freighter that
Group freighter.
you have acquired from a very early model of the Corellian freighter.
Yep.
You have a starfighter, Mandalorian starfighter that Ash flies,
And then there's...
and you have a racing shuttle that Brum Brum Crash has, which is very uncomfortable to sit in for a long period of time because it doesn't waste space with cabins.
Yeah, on the drawback with that one, I don't think he's got any weapons. I don't think he's putting weapons out.
That's
Have you?
because the racing does frown on people with weapons on board.
Yeah, so I dare say we'll be taking our clan freighter,
Yeah.
and we may dock the starfighter, I think, that could be docked onto it, just in case we need it, presuming we don't need the cargo space.
Well, it would attach to the outside.
Okay.
That's
so
what I mean
Yeah.
by docking,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
landing.
Yeah,
zone.
instead of...
No, it won't
Would
land, so-
that be detrimental to us in terms of time it would take to travel places and things? Or?
It wouldn't slow you down in hyperspace.
Okay, alright, so we would probably do that because I presume Brum Brum doesn't want to take his racing shuttle on a mission where it could get lost, stolen, or otherwise disappear.
Well, they are going
Needs
to
to say no,
all
son.
terminals.
How much would it cost to actually have a more improved docking ring?
Doesn't matter how much it costs. You don't have it ready.
No, I'm just saying because we could probably look for something like that down the future.
Most docking rings are designed for a purpose, and whether you pay for one with gold plating or a standard one, it won't be much different.
Look, honestly, we don't need to bring my ship along because if we just put the freighter which big up stuff, there's no need for me to be there. We can move the shuttle, the cargo thing's got some weapons on it anyway. So
Yeah, but you saw what happened when we were in multiple ships.
yeah, true. Look, I can bring along if you want, if you feel that you. And I'll just go to gun.
And
Do you reckon there's going to be much hostility if we go there?
from what I
Is this
remember of
yours?
Kidron is a planet of rough and tumble dudes.
It's scum and villainy.
It's a place where you are going to buy highly illegal stolen goods.
Yeah, I think having the Starship Fighter
I went there
and
and
the
followed.
extra weapons gives
Mind
us
you, I'm
options.
actually quite knowledgeable in that area.
I
Nah,
think
look, if after talking to the group and I'm assuming my knowledge of underworld's pretty good, so I go, okay, fair enough. And I thought, okay, well, I'll try to make intimidating presence with the Mandalorian Starfighter, so no one knows to mess with us. So, yeah, I can do that. I can also have the big gun around everywhere, so no one messes with us either. So, I'm not sure.
Well, the Starfighter is like carrying a big gun in space.
Yeah.
It is. It's
Sorry, I just had the nerves turn up and while I'm talking to myself. So, sorry about that.
So I would say we should have Ash and his fighter
Plus, he had
following.
so much fun our last trip when he got into the ship by himself, even though it was a death trap.
That's true. But look, I'm happy to do that. If the party overall thinks it's a good idea, I'm happy to bring it. So,
Well,
I work with the party, not like the gun, and just thinks about
The
it.
thing is, has he put the kills on his ship now? Because they are classed as official, aren't they?
quite possibly, yes.
So I haven't done any, I can't do any age upgrades to Starfighter, but I've got
At
torpedoes.
this stage, you
and
haven't
laser
done
blades.
much to
Yeah.
it, yes.
No, but
Yeah.
we do have money that we could look for some parts that you could actually upgrade in the
Yeah.
future.
It hasn't been a priority at the moment. I feel that we're doing pretty well with ships, I think. So yeah. I will look at the future. I'm saving my money now. So, yeah. But I think right now, I'm just using it as just a Mandalorian fighter. I think I last chat with Martin, I believe that there's not much you can upgrade to anyway. They're very limited to what you can upgrade. So. But anyway. Okay. So, okay, cool. I'll bring them along. I'll make sure I pack up Jessica the big gun. And, yeah. I'm good to go.
It wasn't Veronica?
Go ahead.
Veronica's the other one. He's got the twins.
Yeah. I've forgotten what name I give it. I do apologise. So
I was going to say,
bear with
the
me.
name has changed at least 5 different times in this
Well,
one.
no,
Hey.
this one's a new one because he broke the other one.
Oh yeah, you broke the other one.
Yeah, I'm naming Jessica the actual new one because I can remember Jessica. Okay, done. It's sorted. Yeah.
So do you
But,
call it the Rabbit? As in Jessica Rabbit?
No, Jessica True Blood. Yeah.
Are you going to remember to bring up some extra spare clips?
Yeah. Oh. I don't know. We'll think about going. Nah. Just one of those days. I'm just putting down to that. So I'm reluctant to change too much on it,
Is the spare
except for a name.
clips?
Spare clips take up 1 bulk each.
So,
I'm
but
I'm
gonna-
spare clips because I'm going to want to be in the position to say, "I told you so."
So remember, you can overload yourself.
That's why I've got my pit droid.
Yes.
So, I was going to talk to Boom Boom Crash on the side and do a paper rock wookie roll off so you get to drive. So.
So as we look at things, Khalid has an encumbrance of 9 and his armor chews up 5 of that.
But
With
I've
the
also
armor.
got the mod that actually that it gives me another.
5
It
encumbrance.
does give you another 5 encumbrance. But the basing is you do have a lot of stuff on that.
Yeah.
But if your armor's not powered, the encumbrance doesn't help. Because it has to be powered for that to work.
Yeah.
He's got an exoskeleton in his armor. Which means if he runs out of power in his armor...
It stops him working.
No, I can still work. It's just going to be on drop the law stuff.
Oh no, he doesn't work without power. Otherwise the joints would shear off with the weight. You'd have to carry the weight yourself.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm not trying to get into the side of the next one, because they don't actually power it themselves.
I am the power source.
Absolutely into it.
Well, I ended up becoming Tony Stark. No, it is just some of the tales where I could actually use myself as a power supply. And I could be healed with the merchant's pastures or whatever.
Okay, so making it to the hangar bay, you see the shiny starfighter with small little cat prints all over it.
All you hear is you hear the gnarling of teeth on Ash right now because I've just had age fixed and cleaned.
It was clean this morning.
Yeah, I know. I do not look at Carl Littlethey at the moment. I just go over and wipe the prints off. And
So
Yeah.
keep in mind, there's these 2 cats. There are 7 other loose cats on
Yeah.
the station as
Mouses?
mousers. Yeah.
I'm racial against cats right now. Just put it out there. So yeah. So I'm just purely upset right now.
What I'm
So,
hearing
taking no
is
notice of anything.
Ash is more of a dog person.
And as you
Yeah.
lift the hatch up to get into your seat, you find one of the cats has left you a present. There's a dead rodent in your seat.
Oh.
You're doing a
It
good
thinks
job.
you can't feed yourself.
I pick up the rodent, throw it out, look at the party with the most disgusted look you've ever seen from Ash, and then go, let's go get out of this place soon. That's all I say for anyone else. So I'll fly out and dock it with the ship and the other ship flies out. So I believe we'll get the opportunity to drive a big ship. So.
Okay, he seems very competent getting his starfighter out. Looks well trained. Then you look at
That's
the
right.
ship the other people are getting in, and Rust Bucket is the first thing that comes to mind.
It's got potential.
No, my character,
It's just the
it's a
color.
good way to hide what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, that's perfectly reasonable.
A pretty ship will attract a lot more Imperial attention than a rust bucket looking ship. In fact, some of that rust is actually
Sprayed on.
dirt wiped on.
Mm.
And you know,
I just thought that was the
painted
color.
to look that way.
Just a silly question, possibly, but as Mandalorians, are you guys Beskar?
Beskar armor,
They
but
have a different style of armor. It
Oh, yeah.
is actual made from scales,
dragon scale.
Dragon
but it
scales.
is
Space dragon scale.
it is melted.
Yeah, so Starwing Clan is the Juan Guan clan. Juan Guian.
I would really hope
Guian?
mine actually is
Clan?
the equivalent.
I can still not
their
say it
armor
right.
is made from so it looks like Mandalorian armor, just a lot bumpier,
But
and it is made from dragon scale.
that word
Do I
Juan
know what that is?
Guian or whatever
It's
it
not as
is
obvious.
stands for Star Dragon.
And when I was giving them a hug, I was like,
Yeah,
It has
like-
texture.
It adds texture.
It's like that's an
Was
interesting
mine
word.
still the Deathwatch armor?
No,
Or was
we
it
won't.
No,
Sorry.
you'd also gotten some as
Our
well.
Space
Okay,
Dragon.
cool. Yeah, thank you.
Because we won't advertise that we are Starwing Clan named after a Star Dragon called Starwing.
Who they met?
Yeah,
Who we
whom,
met.
whom we've met, which is why
You are the chosen one.
We no longer share that stuff. No, please don't name me the chosen ones.
You are the
I do
chosen
not
one.
need to be condemned to changing to the dark side and killing children.
Yes, you must bring balance to the clans by killing them all.
Or having to kill my father in order to save him from...
So,
Hey, Martin, I'll be back 5 minutes now. I'll be back.
All good.
So-
getting dark.
yeah, that's exactly
so yeah, I'm sure you
Okay.
can tell as well. We're not the wear your helmet all the time Mandalorians.
Right,
either.
okay,
No.
all that goes
Uh,
is your
we're not
the
death
Cells.
watch.
Cersei,
No, not children. We're not children of the
Game
White
of
Watch.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Children of Watch.
Mother of Dragons.
Does
Yeah,
anyone
yeah.
else want a hot drink while I'm doing hot drink stuff?
I'd love a coffee.
Coffee? Yeah, same as before.
That'd be great.
If you
Yes,
could
please.
Yeah.
do some food for me, that would be great.
Yeah, I can do that. All of that.
Okay, so yes, as you get on, you see that inside the ship it does look worn and torn. but nothing actually looks damaged.
Just quickly, I'm assuming you're all wearing like the Mandalorian armor,
Yep.
you know.
It roughly does
weapons,
look like that.
You know,
Roughly, yeah, we roughly look like
you
that.
know, the best weapons you can get
Yeah.
for the money you've got, etc.
Yeah.
My character's wearing mismatched camo gear, cap, sergeant stripes on his arm,
Yeah.
light,
I'm going to have to get
light,
a new change of clothes.
light glass pistol. You know, he basically looks like a bum. He's got no.
Well, ex-military.
I'm a guy who's got no money, effectively.
Mm,
I'm carrying a computer.
totally accurate.
It's probably
Sure.
The guy who looks like he's got
valuable
no money, who almost has more money than the entire party combined.
I think he does.
I said almost. It is fairly close. If you had one less character, then yes, you would have more than the entire party combined.
Sorry, if we had one less character.
One less character, then Peter would have more money than the entire party combined.
Yeah, yeah. But the best, richest people usually dress like their bums. I'll bring you some fish to follow.
And as the ship starts up, it doesn't sound like it looks.
So it purrs like a kid.
Just starts up smoothly.
Nice.
We'd probably say this is Broom Broom's second love.
Your book definitely has a good hand in maintaining this, I would say.
Sorry, what was that?
That you help to look after our clan freighter and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will use my hidden storage on the freighter.
Mm-hmm. It is a smooth takeoff.
Sorry, this headset's not brilliant, so
Okay.
it's a little hard at times.
You fly out without any problems. And your starfighter docks with you. You hear over the comms that you've gotten clearance from the Captain Diesel.
Yep.
Who says that be back soon. We will be waiting on your return.
So during the trip, my character is going to attempt to form some sort of relationship link with each of the party.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
Using my charm and all the rest of it. 6 presents, so, you know.
Yes, I'm no longer the presence monster in this group.
Yes.
My character seems to be very friendly, very open. If there's something you can't talk about, he'll let you know, but otherwise, he's effectively an open book.
Alright.
In terms of insight, do we even roll insight because you got that much presence? Or do we just naturally feel you're trustworthy, good guy?
You can roleplay it or you can roll it. Your choice.
Yeah. But between you and I, my character's genuinely a nice guy.
Yeah. Well, I was just because you mentioned you got the presence of a 6, and just for an example, in one of the other games where one of the characters has like presence through the roof, one of the other players decided to play their character as just instantly besotted with them. Not
Nice.
in a romantic way,
Yeah.
just sort of like, I will do anything you ask kind of way, because you've got that much presence, I believe you walk on water.
You need to lift shore, sit
And
behind
so
me.
I guess my question is aimed at, does Thea get a feel for, is she instantly, this guy is like, not God, but, my new best friend. Sort of
I'm
thing.
sure whenever he smiles, there's a glint from his
Well-
teeth of how clean they are.
He did say to you that when you said, what should we call you? And he said, just call me brother.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, instantly sort of trustworthy. You've got the rebel sort of thing. You were saying you wanted to create a link.
A relationship.
a relationship sort of link. So
A level of trust.
You do notice that his holster for his gun hasn't been broken in. So there's a good chance that when he goes to draw it, it might not come out.
yeah, I gather.
It might not even be, what do they call it, turned on or powered up or whatever.
I'll say to Garm, I gather you haven't been doing a lot of firefights, but I'm guessing it never comes to that with you. But I guess the question is if we face any kind of combat here,
That's what we're for.
my inclination, in no disrespect for you, in your case, would be to put you at the back behind the rest of my more experienced fighters, so that you could not have to face off. Do you have any
Greatly appreciated, my friend.
other skill sets that would work in battle? Like, do you happen to be good at maybe breaking into locked doors? Do you know how to use an electronic lock breaker if I brought it with me?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I think I've got one of those somewhere in my bag.
Oh, okay. Well, we have one too, but
Awesome.
if we, it's good to know that you've got one as well. It's good to have an idea of the kind of things that we can put you to if we are in combat, and if our backs are to a locked door, I can say keep my heavy weapons specialist up front and my martial artists and all that up front, while you and Broom Broom maybe crash through the door and get our ship unlocked, that kind of thing. So good to have that.
Gum is nothing but helpful.
Is Garm referring to himself in the third person?
You bet.
Oh.
Misa doesn't crash her. That's Asher.
And partway through the travel, you're witnessing the two main pilots competing with each other over a holographic game table, doing space battles.
Nice.
And every so often, it just glitches for no particular reason.
Cool.
Until you realize that there is a two-legged droid that occasionally upgrades the difficulty every now and then.
Good job, MT-17.
Either that, I thought it was a sitting off cap chewing on the wires.
It wouldn't be. What do you? So your pit droid's name is PAB. What do you have a nickname for him?
Patty.
Patty. I like it.
And so they do
I can imagine those two as
combat,
shoes.
one-on-one combat and racing
Getting
through
into
their
droid
simulations. Rarely do they do work together training.
A competition is a good, healthy way to increase one's skills.
Yes, very much so.
That is legit how we've done all of our training.
You do notice that between the two, the Gungan seems to be the better pilot, but the Starfighter pilot is the better one at hitting targets. Well, that's what you would expect when you've got someone in a Starfighter. You want them to be skilled at hitting the target, otherwise they're wasted in the Starfighter. They could be the best pilot in the galaxy, but if they can't hit the
Shoot
target,
something, then yeah. Yep.
So if they fire something and then say, oops.
Misa says, I hit 3 ships, Ash hit 2.
And so, Peter, have you watched the Clone Wars at all, or Star Wars Rebels?
Yes.
Do you remember the name of Hondo or Dan?
Hondo, yes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yep, he's your contact.
What, isn't he that blue assassin guy?
No, he's not the assassin guy.
No.
He's the pirate.
Spiky face pirate.
We've
guy.
dealt with
Oh, that's right.
We've
Yeah.
dealt with
The,
Hondo as well.
yeah, he was.
We got Hondo.
He was the hilarious.
We got
Yeah, the hilarious guy with the
Yeah.
funny accent.
Yup.
We got him in trouble and
They did.
punished.
Which is why he hasn't
To be
been
fair,
dealing
he
with any
stole
of
from
you.
us.
But he's a pirate. He never apologized for that aspect.
Huh.
Never does.
He doesn't have to.
No.
As long as he's getting money from you, he's always friendly.
But he'll still try to steal blindly from you if there's a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if there's more money elsewhere.
Though he will feel bad about it if he has lots of dealings with you. But that's his prerogative. He's happy to feel bad about it while he's stealing from you again.
Yeah. The character's feeling much better that there are quite a few of these Mandalorians around.
Mm-hmm. You do see with amongst the others that none of the others seem to get into the holographic pilot training at all. They seem to be doing their own thing. The leader seems to spend a lot of time in one of the cabins.
I was going to say, I actually organise group training sessions every morning whenever there's time while we're travelling, because we need to learn to fight together, and we need to keep our skills up.
Yep.
That's one thing I think we need to also bring. Training weapons.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's use is a training weapon when if they fail at using the real thing?
No, so they can actually
On the job training.
So they can actually learn the maneuvers.
Gum's happy to be a part of the training.
Mm-hmm.
Here, stand real still.
Yeah.
Hold this little bit of fruit on your head
Yeah.
and try not to blink.
Come on, guys.
Defensive
I know there's hazing,
stance.
but come on.
We do initiations for decisions with the car, aren't we? Okay.
Well, he's not considered a Mandalorian or honorary Mandalorian yet, so you don't have to haze him.
Damn it. You know?
Yet.
If you're
I don't think ideas.
Sorry.
Go, Ariad.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you're happy to participate in training, we'll start teaching you basic defense.
So that you don't die. Because we would rather not have to carry your body out of Kitchen.
So, and that's when you find out that all of the people around you have vibro weapons. So that's weapons that can cut through just about anything. Ranging from little tiny ones to really long ones.
They're Mandalorians. I mean, of course they're going to have these things. You know, it doesn't surprise me.
I still miss my bloody bike.
Well, it's not a normal thing for units to be completely kitted out for melee, and completely kitted out for ranged, and completely kitted out for long range,
Yeah.
and be completely kitted out for so many other things at the same time. So you're literally traveling with spec ops.
Yeah. They're Mandalorians.
Not all Mandalorians are spec ops.
But would you say in your character's view, this is what you think most Mandalorians are?
Pretty much. I've heard the stories.
You've hung out with some of them on the station for a little while, and these are the most kitted out guys you've seen.
Well, you'd expect it. You know, they're working with the Alliance. They're, you know.
Most of the others have makeshift armor, makeshift weapons.
Yeah.
Barely, not really caring about walking around armed or armored half the time. And these guys don't seem to ever be unarmed or armed. So a completely different feel.
Yep. Makes me feel well looked after. It's good.
And thanks to some of your contacts, you managed to get them some updated astrogation records,
Yay.
which
Because we definitely...
still need an astromech.
No, we got...
Oh wait a sec, isn't that little thing
we
an
got
astro?
Bluey. We got... He was an astromech and protocol droid. That was what we got out of the... We got the astromech from...
yeah, she got the astromech,
Out of-
which is
what, the
as
mighty
big as the
company.
Gungan, so he's over 2 meters tall,
Yeah.
and he's wider than a Wookiee.
Because he looks like... What is it?
He looks
better-
like a rolling.
He's better than the Gungan, by the way.
So think water heater with wheels.
I thought we had to give that one back.
No,
Oh.
they paid it to us.
Yeah.
They paid it to us.
He ended up staying with you.
Yeah. So he's an astromech with protocol droid program as well.
Okay, I need to work out how
We
to
named
make,
him. We named him
put him in
Bluey.
a smaller body. But
He
I
does
don't
not.
think-
He does not like that idea.
He,
He has threatened to eject you out of the space if you try.
Okay.
So as cute as a name as he has, he's a little
He's big.
protected.
He normally sits in the cargo hold plugged into the ship.
Well, that's basically the only spot we can stick him in with. He's not.
He basically goes from floor to ceiling.
Yeah.
He's designed for capital ships.
Ah.
He doesn't fit in starfighters.
I'm not sorry. He must be fairly quick in calculating. So.
Well, he has had some of his internals upgraded over the years. But it means that you go from a very hard check to a easy check when it comes to astrogation. Because the older your records, the harder the check gets. The less used the route is, the harder the check gets.
Mm.
And the space station is an out-of-the-way planet off the main route.
Perfect place to do.
At least
Black market
we've
stuff.
seen Kidron before.
Kidron's on the main route, but the station you left from was not.
Yeah.
Remember what you talked about earlier about the zapping flying manta ray things?
Yeah.
Kidron.
Yeah.
So you managed to turn what there used to be days trip in this ship into hours.
Which is nice.
Look, we're happy with that.
The older your records, the slower you have to travel.
Because it's like 12 or 14 jumps to get from where we are to there.
And if you want to bypass planet, that makes the check harder and harder and harder.
So basically, it's a harder check the more you're attempting to reduce the time.
But it says that half an hour to calculate at each stop. So that's where they bypass stops for less calculations, or try to speed up their checks.
So, our station is here at Elrood. Each of those dots, which there's a couple more dots in between,
They're the stops.
are the stops, and we're trying to get to Kidron down here.
Dude.
Yeah. So,
So what's all the blue stuff?
nebula, the
Stuff you can't
the
go
drift and gas clouds. So,
So
it's
it's
hard to tell what's
Random stars and planets located in there,
where.
uncharted.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Uncharted,
it's
nebula.
Essentially deadly.
It's the equivalent
Yes.
of I'm gonna drive straight into this forest at full speed, and crap, I hit a tree.
And hope for the best.
Yeah, so that's one of the ones where what the Grey Griffins were doing, working for Brandon Mining, is going into these blue bits and charting and finding new mining planets.
And finding pathways through.
and finding those lines to get through.
That would yeah, okay.
And legally claiming them through the Empire's bureaucracy. Because
Be like, we own it now.
the Empire, while they can get away with walking over people, can't be seen to mess with the mining guilds. Because once you start messing with one mining guild, the others will believe that you're going to go for them too.
Yeah.
So they do
Why
work
wouldn't you?
together. If you don't honour their agreements, then the Empire stops as no one gives them any more material.
Exactly. So they need to be in good graces. So we'll just use their bureaucracy against them last season.
So yes, you've managed to make your way through to Kidron pretty quickly compared to what you normally do. Seems the droid did have access to the latest maps. If you can get a simple jump if you pay them 50 credits every time you enter a system.
That's a lot of money.
Adds up very quickly.
Yeah.
Most people just try to update their maps once a month to once a year.
Yeah.
And you see the ocean world of Kidron appear not too far away. You drop into system probably about 4 hours from the planet. It's a fairly close jump. It is possible to jump days away from a planet. And most ships don't like doing the micro jump to go from outer to inner system.
Yeah, might be a little bit.
Well, it's sort of like going tap tap on your hyperdrive.
Yeah.
Slightly not tapping fast enough, and suddenly you're squishing into the planet.
Oops.
Wouldn't that destroy the planet?
Technically, it could.
According to episode 8.
Yeah. No, I was thinking. Yeah, anyway. Yeah.
But that was because things got destroyed in hyperspace and were sent along the path out.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to have dropped out of hyperspace before they hit the planet.
Yep.
But hitting it at high speed.
Just yeah.
Whereas if it hits the gravity well of the planet, it might just squish before it comes out.
Yep. Don't want that.
Yeah.
That's
So you're not supposed to be able to jump inside a gravity well because hyperspace doesn't work there.
So what about using a Lagrange point
The Lagrange point, which one's that?
between, say, the moon and the Earth, where you've effectively got almost zero gravity until you start moving out of that point?
The problem with that is
As soon as you move out of it.
it's a small little point that can't travel anywhere.
Yeah.
Because the moment you have to travel into the gravity, because it keeps the gravity of physical objects. So each planet will have its shadow in hyperspace.
Okay, just don't get too close. Bad
Okay.
times.
Alright.
Otherwise, you end up like the Titan sub.
Yeah.
And it was just a basic thing of most ships take half an hour to get from surface of the planet to the edge of the gravity well before they can jump. Which is why calculations generally take half an hour.
So, is there any reason you can't jump it early?
Yes, because it won't connect. It just can't create what they call their hyperspace window in that in the gravity well.
So, I guess what I mean is, if gravity is a function of mass over distance, you would have a particular point at where, say, gravity has fallen off enough to allow you to do it. But is there...
That's
is
basically
it like a grey area? Like, we could try here, but it might not work.
Yeah, that's when you burn out your hyper.
Yes, so the testing point is if you're too close, your hyperdrive burns out and is useless, and you've got to replace it.
Yeah.
Or you wait till you're past that point, and it has a sensor to say if you're past that point, and it can be different for every planet, and from the direction you leave the planet. Because, like all things, the gravity well is not round.
No. Okay.
It's actually easier to exit if you go straight towards the sun. That's the shortest gravity window. Because the sun creates a balloon out behind it of the gravity.
Makes sense.
From what I read on physics, anyway.
Yeah. I've been to Neil deGrasse Tyson talk once. This totally makes sense. It obviously makes me an expert. Duh. Me who took high school physics and that's it. So it's fine.
When we hit the planet, or we're in the, like, how do you transfer data? Like, how do you, like, if I want to send an email to someone in a different system?
Generally, you would.
Is there like a mail
In the
system or
Empire
something?
time, they have the HoloNet, but the HoloNet is highly regulated by the Empire, and nearly every person uses couriers.
It's Chinese internet.
So they basically pay people to send messages and transmit them to the planet.
Okay.
So you could literally make money just flying between planets and passing messages, because those messages are no longer under Imperial watch, and can bypass a lot of regulations.
Okay. Just as per sort of what my character does, once we hit the planet, my character will.
I had forgotten to put the player mic on the table. It's like, hey, what have I forgotten?
Oh, it's all good.
We'll upload a heap of sell orders, buy orders, that sort of stuff.
So you go through a bunch of.
That makes it a little easier to hear you guys.
Sorry about that, Mike.
I'm like, no, that's all right. I was like, I mean, this headset's crap, and yeah, I was like, I don't know if it's the headset or whatever it is, but there we go.
So it is the mic with the rubber band on it. It's meant to be on the table.
Gotcha.
It's a little bit better. Headset's still crap, but yeah, it's a little bit better.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It's okay, it should be better on the recording too. And I always have to check to make sure the recording's working, and I sometimes don't until halfway through the game. And it's like, oops. Or two games down the track, and that's even a bigger oops.
Yeah.
So yes, you managed to transmit a bunch of buy-sell orders.
So basically it's how I make my money.
Korad is one of the big destinations for this, because this is where a majority of the black market exists, away from the crime bosses. Each crime boss has their own little turf, but you don't really want to spend big money
in the area.
In the domain of a crime boss.
We do have a contact with the crime boss that we're currently in good graces with, but yeah, it's one of the ones where it's a mutual understanding.
I was gonna say, which crime boss is that? It's not. Is it Crag or Ludchud?
Ludchud.
So they do have interesting crime bosses in this area. I was actually almost on the page, so that's nice. So they have the boss of Ludchud, which is a insectoid style creature who hides his actual appearance, and people just know him as Ludchud, and he is known to be exceedingly vicious with those who mess with him. Of course, the party mess with him. Then you have Boss Kaggle, who looks like a little adorable child.
Oh yeah, no, we're friends with Kaggle, aren't we?
And Kaggle has a known enforcer that looks like the Hulk, but full of fur and bone. So cross the Hulk with Doomsday, and that's
exactly what I was thinking.
That's roughly what you sort of got.
Close, yeah.
And he shows up unexpectedly, and just like the Hulk in Doomsday, he does not consider collateral damage a word. No one really knows if he can speak, but he can cause mayhem and destruction unlike anything else I've seen so far. And there's also Grakatar, a Wookiee pirate in the region.
I don't think we had.
You've encountered him twice, but never had him introduce himself.
Yeah, never like a real introduction, right?
He's been amongst other Wookiees.
Yeah.
And you have Dorok Star, one of the pirates of the region. He is styled off Ming the Merciless from his picture.
Oh,
when I say that, styled off Ming the Merciless
Yeah.
is
That's
definitely the best design.
It looks like it's directly taken from.
That's great.
Well, I like using analogies
Yeah.
because they do work well. And thank you. And
Was it?
I'm good. That'll be good by itself. And you get a direction to come in for a landing at Refuge, the city on the planet. They call it the High City of Refuge, but that's partly a joke because it's literally full of
Scum and villainy.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're nice here because if not, they get evicted from the city.
I thought it was called the High City because a lot of them were on drugs.
No,
Right.
the locals have their own drugs, but they don't use it here. They use it in their actual city. This is the non-native city, and eviction from the city means unlikely to survive the night.
Uh-huh.
They don't kill you. The wildlife will kill you. And so that's a dome city that they actually have.
Okay, cool. I'll bring the gun out. Gotcha. Yeah.
Walking around with any form of weaponry and armor is on the to-do list.
To-do list.
Yeah, because if you don't actually have weaponry and armor, there's a good chance someone will see you as an easy target. It's the show of force that keeps you safe. So the fact that you'll be walking around with 5 heavily armored people means that you're the person they'll be interested in because you're not armored. So they'll talk to you first.
Good to know.
Because obviously the armored people are your protection.
That's hilarious.
I mean, it's not wrong.
No.
Not a wrong assumption in this case.
Not, yeah. But you are the diamond charge. That's hilarious. Yes, Mandalorians. Kneel down before me, for I am your commander. That's when they killed me, Your Honor.
People will definitely hire Mandalorians for that sort of job.
Yep.
And because there's so many in the sector, there's a good chance they get jobs to do that. Just not by probably even the Empire would hire them, even though they have a shoot on sight order. They're paranoid enough to go, no, we'll just hire him this time, we'll shoot you later.
Thrawn would. Thrawn would do that.
Thrawn didn't put out the order.
Yeah. That's why, like, he would totally do it. Because, like, this is more to my needs, and it means my end.
Plus, he also understands the culture, too.
Yeah, he fully understands culture, so.
He's
like,
he's a scary character.
Yeah, we try to avoid him.
He's challenged party members twice to Mandalorian fighting duel.
We hardcore lost both times.
And each
Oh,
time he
I know
produced
now.
an instructional video on how they failed.
Messed up, yeah.
I don't think he did the video for me.
Nah, well,
He did give you pointers.
yeah.
Yeah, he gave me pointers, but
And one of the pointers was you probably should have picked something other than what he was skilled at.
yeah.
Yeah.
What she didn't know was he had actually prepared for the other way if he had chosen that, would have given the same speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I drew.
Okay, so
Still
yes.
a little-
The landing platform for High City of Refuge is actually about half a K out into the forest. So, security of the vessel is considered your own concern, or that of someone stupid enough to pass through the forest to get to your ship. They're dumb luck.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
It's safer than parking it in the city.
put the anti-theft bar on the steering wheel. We'll be fine.
And you land both the fighter and the freighter in the same spot. They have a small little monorail that will take you out into the city itself.
Yep.
And then lock itself down until it's time for you to go back. Basically, you get to take the key with you as you go. Of course, if someone hot-wires it, that's completely different, but they're not guaranteed for it to actually work. They pride themselves on the safety of their honor.
Was it all caution, no responsibility?
Mm-hmm. Well, like the places that say,
Please.
security of your vehicle is your own concern.
Yeah.
We just provide a space for you to stick it and make you pay for it.
Yeah. All those signs of lock your bags in the back of your car out of sight to deter
That's
thefts.
to deter someone breaking in and taking it.
Yeah. So it's your fault if it happens. But so we take out the monorail into refuge.
And it's a monorail, so no one can steal it.
That sounds like a challenge. No, joking.
I'm sure many have tried,
I'm sure.
but it wouldn't really be worth the effort.
No.
Plus, if you ever want to come back here again.
Yes.
The locals are known as the... where is their name again?
Are they human offshoot, or are they?
They are a humanoid, but they resemble that they have big noses, which allow them to scent over distance, and their main entertainment is scent based instead of visual.
Oh, really?
Mm. Yeah, they're very.
Because I know you're kind of trying to be better, but I know you like those. So.
Thank you.
So, they see by smell. Would that be correct?
No, they can see normally, just that it's for them it's not their best sense.
Right.
Yeah, their primary sense is smelling.
Yeah.
Whereas for humans, it's sight.
Mm-hmm. And they are called the Orphites. That was the correct name for them.
Yeah, and that would be Gria. She
Mhm.
was an Orphite. She's in fact one of the most legendary and well-known Orphites among Orphites.
And each of you feel like you're on top of the
No.
world as the gravity's a lot less.
Mike?
No, that's alright. Sorry.
Oh, good.
Did someone just yell out L?
Someone yelled, so...
No, I was wondering whether I should do a cannon fodder on the way on the monorail, sleep on the doors open, just shoot wildlife on the way through. But
No.
no. I have a feeling they would really rip into me about that, so I won't do it.
They would scuff you up the back of the head so hard that despite wearing your helmet, you might be knocked out cold.
No, it was the thought. It was only a thought that wouldn't come out in person, okay?
We want to trade with these guys.
All that, I'm going, okay, well, I'm going to make sure I stay as close to Gun as possible. So, with the big, what side I want to see. Anyone that threatens him, I'll threaten them with the side I want to see. So, easy
So Ash moves into hug territory.
Yeah, you might end up getting extra hugs. This may not be a good thing.
Yes.
I'd like to say.
Go ahead.
I'd like to say with my presence, the hugs actually felt, fairly reasonable. Amazingly.
No, not unreasonable to you. To Mandalorians, just a little bit quirky. It'd probably be the...
Honestly, it was very good. It was a firm handshake. Showed direction. I was happy with it.
I'm just going to to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Martin, my armour's been jury-rigged to make it lighter. And my vibro sword has been jury-rigged.
We'll do that between games where I can put it all down properly.
Yeah. That's if we end up being in combat anyway, which I hope not.
Yeah.
Well, combat's always a possibility, especially when someone says, "I pull my gun and shoot."
What?
Yeah.
True? Wait. Sorry. I'm not going to have to shoot.
Is that when Gar was just talking out loud? It was like, "Ah, shoot," and then pew 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 pew.
Then I'm also see the side one again. Going
Yeah,
straight in the way.
Yeah, if we do shoot, that's if he's actually covering, as in sniper position or Overwatch.
Well, most of them have convertible blasters that allow them to switch a blaster pistol into a rifle.
That's true. I mean, I've got a backup rifle, but I feel it's not the same. So.
Makes it easier to multitask. Mandalorians wouldn't just get simple weapons. Unless that's all they had access to. Okay, so you finally enter into the city as you can feel the pressure of the dome hit you all. As the outer world is like gravity. But it's full gravity inside the dome. But it's gone from, I feel so much lighter to...
very much.
No gradual, just smack hits you. So you can tell they opted for the cheap model. There are signs in so many languages around you that sometimes you feel illiterate just looking at the number of languages. You probably read maybe a quarter or less of these. Some droids may even struggle to get through all those languages. And not all shops have all languages on them. So there are places you walk past that have no clue what they do.
Okay. I say out loud, just looking around and eyeing off anyone looks suspicious.
Everyone looks suspicious.
Yeah, even we do.
I go, okay, Gum, this is your area, your knowledge space. Where would you like to lead us to?
What? Are we supposed to meet him straight away, or are we? If something will happen at a particular time, or?
I was gonna say in the lead up, I might have messaged ahead to see whether or not Bria's on the side as well. Well, she might. It's unlikely because she hunts all over the area, like other planets and things. But just see if any of my contacts and with the Orphites might be there. See if that might help us. Or get us.
In this city, less so because they don't congregate here. This is the black market part of the planet.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah. So.
But if you want to get yourself exotic plants and scent-based tech, this is the place where you can get it all cheap.
Ooh, that sounds.
Well, they have their own version of smell-o-vision.
That sounds really interesting.
So you're going to start going and doing aromatherapy?
I don't know about aromatherapy necessarily, but I'm looking at whether or not they're selling any tech that would be helpful to us in what we do for most of our missions, which is either smuggling or killing people, because we got discovered.
Maybe it's an anti-cat repellent I'm looking at.
You do see a sign that looks like it has a cat and a spray can.
Misa said that's when you get a doxer.
Yeah, but Mr. Misa, sir, but I'm saying that. I don't want to leave the party as a whole, because if we go off separately, I'm liable to get killed by somebody, so I'll stick with the party, but I eye that shop off, and I might, on the way back, I might get somebody to come with me, so.
Famous last words I hear. I'll come back and do that later.
Don't split the party, I've learned that a long time ago, so. Especially the guy with the biggest gun, too.
Okay, so Garm's contact basically said he'll contact you once you get yourself settled on planet and send him a place to meet you. Basically, he didn't want to pre-arrange a meeting location. Something about dealing with other crime lords and a few misunderstandings with bounty hunters and stuff like that.
So, is there anywhere here where there's, I presume, by the hour type hotel rooms, or
many by the hour type hotel rooms?
Any places that give you by the hour secure rooms within which one can meet people?
Many of those. Some with beds, some with chairs, some with just seats.
We want the one with just seats.
Some with just beds. PG-13.
Trust me, my thoughts went into the Pathfinder realm of
There's nothing non-PG about a Mandalorian sleepover party.
Yeah.
Where we have a pillow fight.
Absolutely.
No, it was more the locations Martin was suggesting. I had so many ideas in my head which were wrong in so many ways. So that's why I'm saying I'm trying to not say anything right now. I'm going to go back to you.
So we need to go find a wee workspace to rent out an office. For all the
Does Garm have any knowledge of the area of a reliable place where we can rent a secure area?
Well,
for...
you had heard of a rental by a contact of yours called eBay.
eBay was a Jawa that used to be Mike's character.
Misa say truster.
You just look for all the bugs in that first.
eBay will give us the friends and family discount, which is twice as much. So, I don't know.
It's twice for friends and 3 times for family.
Yeah.
So, we won't be using that place, no.
Probably not.
I do have my scanners with me, the portable ones. So I guess we'll see whether or not we can identify a decent place.
Well, livable is the closest you get to quality.
Yeah. Well, the highest quality we can get without
also-
having to shell out quite too much
Yeah,
money.
you would have to shell out a lot of money if you want to live.
Yeah, somewhere that meets that cross-reference between price and quality. Affordable, but
Security? Yeah.
You manage to get yourself the equivalent of a concrete box with a table in the center. No chairs, a table.
That's fine.
Check it, just in case, for any kind of bugs or anything like that.
It reads as it's got quite a few bugs, none electronic.
Okay. I'll send the cats for a quick scan around to see if there's anyone monitoring from the outside of the area, like with listening type devices and things like that. I presume it's going to check out to be pretty clear, though.
It does come out pretty clear. You don't have, well, with most concrete things, it's very hard to listen what happens on the inside.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Though
to be-
vibration mics can get you some knowledge.
These guys deal in smell though, so for some reason I'm like they can't smell information. Hopefully,
Oh no, they can
Who
smell a lot
knows?
with their noses.
who knows what they can pick up.
They can
They
probably,
can become some of the best doctors in the region.
they can probably pick up stress and anxiety through smell.
I guess
And
I'm talking
pheromone
more
changes.
Yeah.
intel. And then I guess once we have a place, then
But the all fights aren't common in this city. This is where the outsiders go,
Yes.
which is why they have to behave or get evicted.
can tell his contact that we're gonna meet us.
I'll send the message letting him know that we're here.
Okay, you get a beep not long after saying he'll be there shortly.
Okay.
And
This is a concrete box.
it is a concrete box.
So is there a way in and out?
There
As
are
in
there
more
will
than
be
one way.
2 doors, not inside of each other.
Any fridges or anything?
Well, depends if they say you're built like a fridge.
No, we haven't. We've booked a concrete box to have a meeting in, not
No.
something that's got.
I'm just putting it out there next time I'm playing these meeting rooms because I'm going to have a bar fridge so we're professional. No. Just saying that more typical, better liaisons with people. So.
Ash, we're not here to relax. We're here to do a deal.
No,
It's
the deal
business.
is that if
There's
you just
no
go to a concrete room,
refreshments needed right now. You
I explain my situation with that. If we're going to deal with somebody and make people relax, we might get a better deal out. Is that right, Garm?
It's not a bad way to approach a deal.
Yeah.
But the person we're dealing
But anyway.
with, he's not going to fall for that sort of thing.
Okay,
I was
cool,
gonna say
fair
at this
enough.
stage, you haven't shared with us the name of your contact.
Yeah. Or
Right.
the
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
basically-
you hear the sound of marching feet come up to the door. Sounds like multiple feet marching.
Before people arrive, I think maybe we should have someone on the outside to do lookout. I'm happy if that's either Ash or Carla.
Unfortunately, you hadn't arranged it before someone put out the signal.
I was trying to do that when we were asking about the back of the front door,
Mm-hmm.
but we got distracted by the whole refreshments argument, which...
You can blame Ash for later as the sound of boots echoing.
I will at least send Ash out the back door to stand watch while the marching boots approach the front door.
I feel like I'm being punished, but I don't say it, and I go out the back door just to stand out there. Okay?
And as he's standing out there, he does feel a slight nip in the back of the leg before the door shuts.
And to be clear, you are being punished.
Oh yeah, I know I'm being punished, but I don't say out loud that I feel upset by the punishment. So yeah, okay.
She's sulking.
And if you got to turn the comm off.
Yeah, but Ash is going. Wonder if I turn my comms off and go. I wonder how if I shoot the cat. No, something no, that's anyway. Anyway, go ahead.
Expecting there to be a knock.
Okay. As you reach the door, you don't hear a knock. It just sounds as if they've stopped outside.
I'm going to step to the side. So there's enough room that if the door was to be kicked open or blown open, it would hit the wall and not me.
Okay.
But then I wait, thinking,
You hear a groan from outside.
Do you want one of us to go and answer?
I'll open the door. As I open it, I'll roll back with it. But trying to.
I will be at the ready, but not in a...
Okay, looking outside, you see 6 battle droids, B1 droids, holding a litter, and Hondo, Ohnaka, struggling to get down off the litter.
Hondo, my friend! Let me help you!
My friend!
Let me help
Happy
you.
to see you!
I put help him down from the litter.
Okay, as he's doing so, he goes, "Oh, life hasn't been treating you well, I see. No little trinkets on you today."
Shrugs.
I'm
I see you
privately
you travel in
thinking
style, I see.
no refreshments was a good call.
Says, "No expenses spared."
I can see that.
As you see as one of the droids just shuts down and falls over.
Lights go off and it's clang. It's so hard to get good help these days.
Oh yeah, I won them in a bet.
Ah, nice. Said all, please come in.
Hopefully you won more. It's good to see you again.
Oh, good to see you, my friends. He goes over to give you a big hug.
No, you keep distance.
That's it.
I know you've got sticky fingers.
They stick not at all. See, they're nice and good.
Yeah, but items stick to them.
That's not my problem.
I know. That's why you're so good at it. It's my problem. That's why you're not stepping close.
He goes to hold his hand out for you to shake it.
Too slow.
At this stage, I would think if I would be kind of looming, just keeping an eye on Hondo, and I'm just like, good to see you again, Hondo.
Yes, we've met, haven't we? He's
Yes.
looking you around. You do look familiar. What was your name again?
Not relevant right now.
No, don't remember that name at all.
It's a hard name.
It's a hard name.
Yeah.
You can't hold grudges against him.
No, you're good at what you do.
You can
I'm always
grudges
good. I'm
against
Hondo.
him, but it's kind of pointless.
Yes.
He goes over to give Thea a hug.
No, there's not a hugger. But she will give a handshake. So she'll intercept with the handshake before you can get to the hug. So hopefully so smoothly he doesn't even notice.
But he doesn't care. He just shakes your hand
Yeah.
warmly and then starts examining your arm braces quite a lot.
Yeah, well, I make sure I get all of my glove, brace, everything back.
He goes, "Oh, so you've upgraded, I see. Good.
Just only through hard work, unfortunately. Please have a seat.
You know, I could sell these for quite a profit.
Yeah, no, we don't need.
I know many buyers.
We're good. Oh, good.
Well, if you have any spare lying around, you know where to find me.
I will always keep you in mind if I've got anything spare around, because I know you'll get the best price.
It's good to know. My reputation precedes me. He goes.
Do I hear the voice? Do I hear the voice from outside or not?
You do. He's not
Outside,
quiet.
Okay. Yeah.
He sprawls on their table because that's the only place to sit, taking
I
up most
thought
of
there
it.
was chairs.
No, there's no chairs.
Just the table.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
Why are there no chairs?
Because we didn't buy hire one with chairs.
Yeah.
You got the cheapest you could get.
Oh, did we?
Yep.
Concrete block with a table in the middle.
And 2 doors.
Yeah,
Okay.
2 doors. Extravagance.
I'll keep in mind next time to ask for chairs.
Next
Seems
time,
like a
don't ask
strange
for
thing to look over.
And maybe refreshments, but hey, anyway.
But most of the places with chairs also had less security and probably easier to get noticed in.
A couple of chairs wouldn't go astray, but yeah. Alright.
I can just summon in my droids. I'm sure they could be turned into chairs no time at all.
Let's leave the droids outside. In fact, I can have my mechanically minded friend over here, and I'll gesture to Brum Brum because I want Khaled's here. To maybe have a look at the B1 that's.
Okay, Brum Brum, and goes over to give Brum Brum a big hug.
Misa looks down at the Jawa hugging my
No,
kneecap.
it's not Jawa.
It is Hondo Ohnaka, the.
Right, sorry.
Yeah, eBay's main competitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He's just as dodgy.
No, probably more dodgy.
He's got better luck.
And that
Yeah.
takes a lot of work to be more dodgy than eBay, so you've got to respect him.
Mm.
So I can have Brum Brum have a look at your B1 droid for you, if you like, and if they stay out there, that would be better.
Says, sure.
So if Brum Brum's happy to go and try and work some magic, that would be.
Sure.
Who did you win the droids off?
Oh, no one important. Now. Sir, I believe we had some sort of deal you were after, sir.
We certainly do. We're looking for a sensor suite.
Oh yes, I remember the specs. I'm sure we can handle that fairly quickly. Did you bring cash?
We certainly have an amount of cash with us, yes.
So, finder's fee. What was the finder's fee agreed upon?
Nothing from what I remember.
Maybe we need to fix that memory of yours, because I always take finder's fee. Always take finder's fee.
Perhaps you forgot to negotiate one this time. That would be certainly unfortunate.
Does not sound like me.
Or perhaps you're getting forgetful in your old age.
Oh, you young whippersnapper, he says. I like you.
Misa not even going to try and say Alzheimer's with Gungan.
Maybe you might say Gunganism.
Yeah.
Lose words. Words not make sense. So, I'm sure that 10% sounds like a perfectly reasonable finder's fee.
Can negotiate. Say no. Look, as far as I can tell, your out of pocket is very low. And you've
But I've had to go rehire a whole new crew, having lost the crew in obtaining the information you're so hard looking for. It has cost me many a person.
but that just means you don't have to pay those people.
Well, many Bothans died in getting this information. Why is it always Bothans? He does not know.
It's their lot in life, I'm sure. But yes, I'm going to use my skills to negotiate, but I'm happy to take some disadvantages for the good joke that he's put forward.
Yeah, well, I'm now looming because of that remark.
That's okay. So, what is your negotiation?
I have no idea.
It's his presence is 6.
His negotiation is 4 yellow, 2 green.
You got any blues?
I'd use a upgrade 2 if I was you.
Might as well.
Yes. Flip. When in doubt, flip a token.
Even when not in doubt.
Negotiation doesn't give you a lot of bonuses at this stage, but you do have 6 dice in it, so it is quite good.
Okay.
It's a bonus is better than no bonus.
So I'll take an upgrade, but like I said, because of the joke, I'm happy to take some disadvantage.
That's okay. We can put some disadvantages in there with Hondo's skill. There we go.
So, you're a better negotiator than him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think it's you'd be having, was it 4 red against him, wouldn't it? Or is it a different?
It's versus the skill of the other person.
Yeah.
Hondo is highly skilled, yet he doesn't have a great attribute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, you've got 2 advantages as well.
Oh.
Because I'm looming in the background.
No, it's not dice, it's just advantages. It's results.
Oh,
That's right. Yeah.
Just like you've rolled well.
I think
Those ones. You get an automatic 2 of those.
because of the feats I've got, if I get triumphs, I can convert a number, like they convert into successes or some shit like that, or they add successes or something like
I think
that.
they added additional successes.
Means that is remotely channeling for triumph.
You've got a despair.
I was gonna say you
And
know,
a triumph.
like
Okay, so
dreaded
that gets
dispersion
rid
of-
of the 2 advantages.
Oh,
And interesting roll.
Quite a
Is there a reason we
few
can't
failures.
see that on the dice camera?
That's because he's.
We just rolled where it was easier.
Yeah, that's all good, guys.
There's lots of dice to be rolled.
Yeah, that's good.
2 of those.
That's good.
So technically, what that result ends up being is a despair, a triumph, 6 advantages, and a failure. Net failure. So that means under the grounds of the negotiation, you might Hondo got the
Convinces me that the
finder's fee set. The 10% sounds pretty good, though you might have been able to reduce that a little bit. So I'll say you managed to talk him down to 7% with your advantages.
Cool.
The triumph is you find out the stuff he's not trying to tell you. The despair is he manages to leave something rather important out.
Okay.
But you find out that the array is not on this planet. He's actually got it stashed elsewhere.
Okay.
So we just got to go pick it up. Shouldn't be hard with someone of your capabilities, he says.
So there are no surprises waiting for us to when we go to pick it up.
No, he doesn't do birthdays anymore, he says. Birthdays just so last decade.
Disappointing. Very disappointing.
Well, he really does dislike surprise birthdays.
So he's just gonna give us coordinates.
I don't know if he's going to travel with you.
Okay, alright.
He wants to get his finder's fee after all.
Right.
No item, no fee is generally the way these things work.
And with Hondo, there's always going to be surprises.
Very well.
Alright, well, I guess that means we need to head over and get.
So I assume we're taking
array.
our ship.
Of course we're taking your ship. I wouldn't dream of trying to fit you in anything less than the way you've been accustomed to travelling.
Yeah.
You're being followed again. haven't you?
We're gonna need.
No, not at all.
Who do you owe money to this time?
Not a single person I can think of.
I'm sure he just needs to think a little harder, but it's fine.
Me to say probably eBay out.
Gosh, I wish I could do a sense motive or an insight on him, but I don't think that would work.
Well, technically he's not lying. He doesn't owe a single person. He owes a lot of people.
Yeah.
Lots of people.
Okay, can I? I'm still. Are we still in the room now, or are we walking
How
back to the ship?
many other people do you owe, and are any of them on this planet or where we're going?
He's sure that that's not going to interfere with today's business. It really does.
Look, Hondo, you and I, we've developed a respect for each other.
We have. Haven't I always come through for you?
He's
No,
true on that.
you've always stolen from me, Hondo, and I don't begrudge you that. You're a pirate. So let's just be absolutely plain with each other. You're very skilled at what you do. I do admire your skill at that. But I'm better off prepared for what we're going in for. If you want your commission, if there's anyone waiting for us out there, you need to kind
There's
of...
not a single person waiting for you.
Are there any groups of people, large organisations, Imperials, other organised crime bosses?
That seems rather specific. He said, yes. I never remember where I've dealt with you before, he says, looking at Guyana.
Yep.
Can I just open the back door and just go, we okay in there?
Oh, Ash! Nice to see you, as Hondo goes over to give Ash a big hug.
Handshake only, you know the drill.
Okay, he starts shaking your hand and then admiring your armour.
Yes, you can admire it. So what's going on there? Are we,
As you notice, he's putting his hands all over the bits you're allowing him to admire.
I would
yeah.
let him go. Yeah.
Okay.
We-
So, we all good?
Of course we're great, we're fantastic.
Yes, oh no, I know there's no one looking for us, but what about looking for you?
Oh, I doubt anyone's looking for me. I'm not that unnoticeable, he says.
Hondo, I'm sure people are looking for you because you're such a popular and well-respected person. And there's always people who want to do deals with you or finish up deals you haven't quite managed to finish up.
Oh, flattery will get you everywhere, he says.
Yes. So we're going back to me being prepared so that you get your finder's fee.
That's all good. He's got it stashed on a transport that's moving between systems. He knows exactly where it's going to be, and he looks down at his comlink, presses a few buttons, and says, "In the next 5 hours."
Okay.
Then let's get going.
We will get moving, but your droids aren't coming on board. Where are they staying?
Oh, we can just leave them here. I'm not too fast.
Okay, alright. Did
Do you want to leave them outside?
Well, he didn't really pay for them.
Got it. Okay. I wanted to make sure that he wasn't thinking that he was going to be leaving them in this room where we're on the bill.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
they can wait for when we drop him off back here if he wants them.
Oh, if they're still there when he comes back, you'll be surprised.
Where did you get the droids from?
Oh, he just found them outside of one of the places he came in of yesterday and thought he would enjoy the sights of the city.
Yeah. Okay.
So you
Alright.
didn't win in your bet.
Well, no one came to prove him wrong.
I'll
The bet was how long can I get away with this?
Yes.
I've got a sneaking suspicion a certain squid probably would want to ring or something like that.
Look, I'm not too worried about the squid in the sense of.
I do tap Thane on the shoulder saying, and whisper in ear saying, I think we should go now in case there's any trouble brewing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
we
always trouble
definitely
brewing
need-
around him.
Well,
And I'm just seeing where we are, that's all.
no, we need to get out as soon as possible.
Yeah,
So let's
Okay.
pack up and go.
Yeah.
Okay, Hondo, let's get going.
He links his arm in with Garm as he walks out going, my friend, let's go get you your goods.
Excellent.
Hondo, is there any other people interested in your goods?
Many people interested in my goods.
Well, okay, I should say in the goods that we're getting.
Of course, there are many buyers. Did you want me to start an auction?
No. I mean, any of your competition also knows about it.
He does. His information is very reliable.
You haven't already sold this to an alternate party, have you?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yes, you would. We all kind of like dead stare at him.
I have not done it recently, he says.
Hang on, I want to roll in this one because I've got better social skills now.
Sure.
I want to go, using my charm, I'm going to use my charm here. I'm going to go, come on, Hondo, you know what's better than that. You wouldn't be doing something dodgy to us.
What is your character's charm?
3 green, 2 blue.
Are you upgrading?
I'm going to upgrade it, yeah. I just wanted, I feel like I've got to ask that, come on, do you, with the nice kind of gesture,
Fair.
2 blue?
1.
2 blue, yeah. 3 green, 2 blue.
And would I be helping you with Looney in his background?
Nope.
No,
No, that's alright.
Apparently the blue were your friend today. They both blanked you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
On the plus side, you didn't roll despair.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so you got 1 net failure and 2 threats against that. So unfortunately, as far as you know, Hondo got 1 up on you, and you realise that you are missing 1 of your vibro knives.
you know I only have 1 bow and knife, don't you?
Yep, and it's in his hand, and he's currently cleaning his nails with them.
I'm sure he's just tossing it around.
Hondo, can I have my bow and knife back, please?
No, this is my vibro knife. I've had it for years. It's been handed down in my family for generations.
Hang on, while he does that, my sidewinder slowly loads up towards his face going, do you really want to have this argument now?
Before that happens, I'll gently push the sidewinder down and go, I think you're quite mistaken here, Hondo, as this has Ash's family mark on it, and you wouldn't want to be taken from a Mandalorian clan.
Oh, yes, oh, my mistake. I must have picked this up by accident. Here, have this knife back. And he flicks it over to you.
That's
Not at you, but over to you.
very generous of you to have found Ash's knife for him.
I am such a good guy. I found this. You have not lost this weapon. After all, it's such a meaningful thing for you.
Yes.
I slowly, my hands tapping on the sidewinder, slowly take it away from it, slowly. It's like, No, I look at Thayer and I say thank you in not without speaking any words.
But you just say, would you like an upgraded weapon? I can find you a better weapon than that.
No. Let's go get this sensor and let's get this sorted. Okay. Come on.
Now
Come on,
making an
Hondo.
effort to actually move faster than the rest of the group to get to our ship before anyone else arrives, and to cordon off a Hondo-friendly area that he will be kept to during the flight.
Separated
I'll go
from
set the
other
manacles.
goods.
I'm thinking of the toilet, actually. Just lock the toilet.
Yeah, look, to be honest, I'm not beyond locking him in the bathroom, but I still think he could get out of there and steal stuff. But
That's where he's just gonna be have a seat that has 2 people just staring at him the whole time.
Yeah, and keeping him manually, if needed, seated in for his own safety, so he doesn't fall over during
Assuming we
flight.
get to the ship, I'm just going to spend the travel time talking to him.
That's what I figured. I was like, God can just
Talking
distract him
business
and talk business.
So by the time you reach the monorail, he's managed to gather a couple of pieces of fruit, what looks like a backpack and a pouch.
Wow. I'm impressed, but I'm worried in some way. But that's okay.
As I said, I'm aiming to get to the ship before him to at least. It's not It's not that I want to be unfriendly to him while he's on our ship, but I know he's going to steal shit. So I want to minimise what he's going to steal. Particularly hard to get items. So all of my like the long range scanner, that will be hidden in the secret room in my room, and the cats will be left in there with direct. If anyone but me walks through this door, go for the face and do not hold back.
Do you share that plan with Ash?
Yeah,
I will comms to the group in general. The cats are on attack mode.
In your room.
In my room. I do
Oh,
guys. I'm not
I have a heart attack for a second. Then yeah.
So while everybody's focusing on Hondo, I'm going to actually focus on outside, just actually anybody.
You do realise that no one seems to have noticed you've stolen from them until you've definitely left side.
Yeah, well that part I'm fine. I'm actually more look like if we're being followed,
See if
or
he has
somebody
his
is actually eyeing to get the one up on Hondo.
Well, about halfway down the street, you do see a bunch of Rhodians going to town on the B1 units.
Why did
kicking
I
and punching or
think-
shooting them or
Uh,
Basically, knifing them with their vibro weapons.
Just trashing them.
No, it's due to the fact that they've got a kill order on B1s.
Oh, there is a
So Mike didn't
Yeah.
end up, not Mike, Brum didn't end up repairing one only to have it destroyed, or did he?
If you repaired it, it's no longer working. If you didn't repair it, no one knows.
I did repair one.
In which case, then you watch as that time you put into it gets destroyed rather quickly.
Oh no!
I was going to say,
As you hear a,
the
"Hey,
voice-
stop!"
the voice effects.
and Roger, and no second Roger because he's gone.
Oh no!
Oh no! They killed Roger!
Oh my god. I'm feeling really sorry for these B1 droids.
It's only because of one bad B1.
But that said, there's nothing I can do about it right now.
They are war droids, and they are considered illegal to own.
I'm against droid ownership altogether. So.
On the plus side, at least they weren't, what was it, the destroyer versions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yes, you finally get to the ship after having wait for the monorail to come back.
Yep.
Yes, player getting there early meant that they had to send the monorail back.
Yeah.
As just as you're getting in, you hear people calling out down the street for Hondo.
Hey, your fan club's just worked out that you've just
I was
been.
gonna say, in what kind of manner?
I
Like
think
oh, Hondo, how are you going? Or is it, Hondo, you?
Second type.
Yeah, it's okay.
I was going to say, regardless of which one, hurrying Hondo on the monorail
And he gives them one of those
Good idea.
Goodbye!
waves as he pulls the door shut. And even though they do, really frown upon people using energy weapons in the town, you can hear the sounds of energy weapons ricocheting off the monorail as it heads out.
On the plus side, Hondo, at least you didn't piss off any gun nuts.
Those
He just whistles a little bit as you say that.
those weapons going off contradict what you'll say.
No. Gun nuts look at...
yes, pointing.
like, actually have something like anti-vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, once you arrive at the landing pad, you can hear the monorail engines just keel over.
Stop.
As soon as you reach the landing pad.
Like normal or like bad?
Black smoke.
But on the plus side, it means that nobody else is going to
Some
be
of the
following us.
weapons, caused enough damage for it to finally break and no longer be repairable, or it's just in such bad repair it regularly does this?
I'm sure Hondo does it. It must have been such badly repaired.
I think we will get out cautiously and look around for other threats.
Yeah, question. If we took the monorail from our ship back to the port or back to the city,
Yeah.
wouldn't it have been at the city?
Yes, except Thea went ahead
Okay. Yeah.
and took the monorail.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realise I missed the monorail bit when I was
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, you said you were going to go ahead and make a Hondo.
That sounds good and smart.
Yes.
The only way you could do so was to take the monorail.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
If that's the case, I apologise for the slight.
Unless they wanted to spend an hour traipsing through dangerous jungle.
No.
I did not mean to.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, the perimeter fence around the landing pad seems to have kept away the creatures.
Good to know. Yeah.
And you can see Thea at the landing ramp with weapons ready.
But refreshments prepared inside, so that Ash will approve.
I can just see Ash taking the wrong room and just entering the
As you see
room.
Hondo walk ahead of everyone else to go up first.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Yeah, I'll actually lead him in to his what will be his designated sitting area, which there'll be room for Garm and anyone else who wants to.
He stretches out and says, "Oh, princely accommodations here. Thank you so much for the refreshments."
Well, when Ash gets on board, I will assign Ash to pour drinks and prepare whatever food or offer whatever food needs to be offered to Hondo. Since
He really pissed
Now-
you off.
To the DM, I feel that my character is being racialized into a slave now, actually more than a Mandalorian. But it's, I will say, yeah, no problem, sir. And
no,
I go.
as a part of doing that, I'll say you've brought to mind the importance of completing these negotiations to a certain standard, and that there is a certain etiquette in order. So as part of that, I would like you to role model for the others what
Model, you're going to show me different designs, are you?
What
Hondo
you-
speaks up.
what you feel is the best etiquette to apply. 'Cause,
Is this essentially that Thea's saying, like, Ash, I know you finished your etiquette class, would you like to show it off for the rest of us?
I feel like a little bit like that now, but I thought, okay, no, well, I'll just make sure I pull the drinks and snacks and let Garm and Hondo catch up.
And Hondo is over enthusiastic in his praise for Ash's abilities.
yeah, but, and look,
Just
it also does
reinforcing, which
give
is good.
Ash the chance to.
I turn to at least Kayana at least one stage and just with my bitten lip going, and just give that kind of look of like, I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to enjoy it kind of thing. So,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
so,
give him like a good, like, little, like, cheeky
No,
nod of
yeah.
approval of, like, you're doing a great job there, bud.
And lots of enthusiasm from Hondo at everything you do for him. Yes, my friend!
This is so that you can showcase these skills you have of being a charming diplomatic type person, you know?
And
Yeah.
once this is done and Ash kind of walks away, Kayana will kind of give him, like, a good clasp on the shoulder and just like, good job, bud.
yeah. I look at you going, yeah.
I,
And it's a look of like, I need to go for a drink soon or something like that. Yeah, look, yeah.
Just like, there's a
so-
reason why I like guns better.
Hey, at least you have the advantage of you can get off the ship and climb into yours and not have to travel with him.
Oh, I'm very tempted, but no, I'm going to do the right thing and do the, yeah. I'll provide bodyguard for Garm just in case. So, yeah.
Well, you can only do it
So-
until the ship takes off because they can't connect while they're taking off.
let's
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
this way.
Yeah. So I'll do that refreshment. So, look, sorry, Hondo, I just have to fly my ship out. So
I can do that for you if you like.
No,
Not.
no. In the loudest voice I can say,
There's
no,
no
Hondo.
need
You
to-
here as a guest. You need to sit and relax.
This ship
Okay.
is attached to our ship. There's
Not while you're.
No,
around.
I don't. No, I've got to connect your Wi-Fi's up. That's all.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So
but
I'll just get into it.
I would like to make the point that as a Mandalorian clan leader, I could be punishing you right now. Like, proper punishing you. Like, mean-spirited. You
Honestly,
called...
you've already punched enough of your cats, so I don't think we need any more punishment.
Yeah, the next punishment is you have to clean her room
Yeah, no, I'm
while
not
getting
doing
attacked by
No.
cats.
No, I'm not doing that. Man, it's also you have upgraded your negotiation and your.
No, I understand it.
skills.
While I don't see the way you're doing it as making it efficient for me right now,
Yeah.
maybe later on I'll understand it. Okay,
Yeah.
so right now I think she's a very hard taskmaster. Is that words I was thinking about? So yeah, so but
I wouldn't be
I
doing
will-
my job if I wasn't.
I know. It's just like going. I feel like of all people, Hondo. I thought, oh, okay, yeah. But no, that's fair enough. I made the comments. I've got to deal with it. So yeah. So I'll do all the serving before I have to get into my ship, and I'll when I get back on after I dock my ship. I'll yeah.
Go back
I'll
to
continue
serving.
on with- Serving, yes. Thank you, Martin. Thank you. You are loving this more than anyone else is.
That's okay. Every time he needs something, he will click twice for you.
No, I won't. I'm like, Hondo, you need to pay respect to my...
Yes, he respects this wonderful Mandalorian friend of his.
In which case, if you want something, you address him by his name and you ask him politely for what you're after.
He does look sort of abashed for a little bit before he goes, but he's my friend, aren't you my friend?
I'll be more of your friend if you don't click at him like he's a slave girl.
He's got nice legs.
He does have nice legs.
Now I've got my helmet on right now, so you can't see that real look on my face right now when you said that. But you might have had that little slight nod to the side of my head. That's all I'm going to say. So it's like,
He's got to carry that heavy weapon around all the time.
If Hondo gets shot by accident, it's not my fault. It's not my bad.
Keep in mind, we're trying to keep it PG.
He got shot 20 times while trying to escape. Escape what? Just escape.
Just escape. He saw a butterfly. He tried to attack the butterfly. No. Okay.
You got to keep in shape.
I will be professional. Mandalorian, do what I have to do for my squad leader, and I will be happy with it.
So as you're heading out, you hear Hondo telling stories.
Yeah.
He just goes into elaborate, nonsensical stories that don't seem to have any relevance to what's happening right now.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Brum Brum's piloting ours.
Yep.
He can control it quite well. You take off and start heading out into orbit, and he does tell you roughly where you need to go. He says you'll be. Go ahead.
Sorry, do I need to do a piloting check?
You won't need to because you are highly skilled.
Your skills
right.
are at a point now where you don't have to roll for simple maneuvers. It'll only be if we have to do something extra special.
Unless you're trying to show off.
When they were unskilled and they were trying to do the simple maneuvers, they had to roll.
Yeah. Is Brum Brum showing off?
Misa says maybe.
Okay, in that case.
So what is your piloting roll?
So now you have to
Is it a piloting
Piloting
is
space.
it
Piloting space.
space? 4 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, and yes, flip it. Flip who she wants it, please.
you are upgrading.
Yep.
It's considered an average difficulty.
Hardly showing off. Yeah, I'm really showing off.
Okay, so that ends up being a triumph, 4 successes, and an advantage.
Yep.
You shoot off into space, leaving behind the starfighter by a huge amount.
Just like, take that, Ash. Catch up to this.
Great! Looks
Do I
like this
have
session
to-
is
Sorry,
full of
I
booty
didn't see it. Wasn't official. Wasn't taped. I didn't see it.
Do I have to remind Brum Brum that the Starfighter needs to actually dock with our ship and he needs to give it a chance to catch up to us?
Well, he does with an elaborate barrel roll through the air, curving in upon itself and coming up behind the Starfighter on its way out. As he overtakes it, heading back out into space. Of course, I'm sure he's flying upside down so the cockpits can see
My
each other.
comments
as
we
he
directed
goes.
the Brum Brum only. We directed the Brum Brum only and just say smart ass. Okay, so yeah.
And guess what? It's all on film.
Yeah. I realised after I said that. That's all good. So,
Okay.
still think it's smart. You know, these pod racing pilots.
And you do hear over the comms, more, coming from Hondo.
If you want me to shoot Hondo, Mark, you're doing a really good job right now. So just put it out there.
No, look,
He is.
Hondo does that to all people.
Yeah.
I know, but it's just a few rolls tonight to go in the
Well,
right
the thing is,
direction.
I'm actually used to him because I'm used to showers. I treat him as just a big shower.
No, that's all good. I think I'll be
Who
okay.
can actually
You know,
speak basic instead of whatever. Java.
Okay, so in transit to the location, he says he starts telling you about the ship he's left the device on. It doesn't take you very long to figure out it's an Imperial transport.
Yeah, he
I
left it there.
specifically asked if it was if there were Imperials. or
Yeah, but then he
involved.
avoided the subject.
Yeah, he avoided the question.
I
That was
did try to
that
bring
was
you back.
his despair on managing to hide that part.
Oh, okay, right. But all right. That despair, even though it was gums, ends up affecting all of us.
He managed to
Yes.
hide that fact from people until the last moment.
Okay.
So let me guess, it's still actually installed in the ship.
Oh, it's
correct?
not installed in the ship at all. It basically says it's in the cargo space. So
Do they know that? Are they willingly selling this arrangement?
I've already paid for it, he says. He starts pulling out paperwork and
I'm gonna check over the paperwork to see if it'll pass Imperial scrutiny.
probably not because it's military hardware.
Okay.
But the paperwork says it's officially his.
Okay.
May not be legal, but it says it's officially his.
So, are they expecting you at all?
They should always be expecting me. Everyone should expect Hondo.
Hondo?
No one expects it.
These are Imperials.
The thing is, there is a very slim chance that he's actually gone on to the corrupted ones who actually prefer to make money. They don't live long if they get caught.
Oh, there's no risk at all, he says. It's just a drop in, pick up, leave. No one really needs to be bothered about paperwork.
Paperwork, but you've got all this paperwork.
Like I said, no one needs to be bothered by paperwork.
The Imperials are very much bothered by paperwork.
I'll just leave it behind for them once we take it.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to do
What's
that without
Imperial
them
protocol
knowing.
with transports?
Generally, they don't swap mid-flight.
Yeah, but normally is there like an escort as well?
They can have, depending on how much they were trying to hide what they were taking.
So essentially, Hondo said, as far as he knows, it is still in cargo hold. It's not installed on the ship.
Well, the ship it's in is just transporting it to where they've
To where it
got
needs to
their
be. Yeah.
big ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was more worried it's actually the big ship, and it's
No.
actually going. Yes, it's in that ship.
It's just
But by the way,
right
you need
there.
to pull it. You need to take it out of that ship.
So he's having you go to the Lanthrum system.
Okay.
I've been there before.
You have been there quite a few times. It's an icy world.
Yeah. They don't know that we're coming specifically.
They should always expect me, he says.
No.
The answer is no.
Hondo, how's your dealings with Black Sun?
Black Sun, who's that? I'm sure that is a completely made up name, he says.
Do they know about this?
How can
I'm
they know
gonna
about
turn
it? That's
to
completely
Gum
made up
now.
name.
And I'm going to look at Garm and I'm like, this could get very dicey.
Is this the area
We
that the
weren't
Black Sun were
expecting to
operating? Because remember how we had the
encounter or
other
deal with
pirate
Imperials.
things?
Can you talk to Hondo and
He
try
has stolen
and
from Black
get
Sun before.
a straight
Yeah, but I
answer
mean,
out of
this is
him
also where they've
about
been
what we're
operating.
They have operated out of Lantham quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to whether we're happy to go against the Imperials or not.
Oh, yeah. No, we are.
No, I'm more worried
we're
about running
more
into
than
Black
happy
Sun.
to go against the Imperials, but we need a few straight answers out of Hondo, and you seem to be the only one who can get straight answers out of him. He's your contact. Can you try and get something out of him that isn't a vague,
He pulls out a
Dodge.
bottle of Carillion ale.
Well, no one's drinking that aside from Garm, because we're about to face Imperials.
Yeah, that's why I went,
So yeah, I'll take. I was saying, unfortunately, I didn't realise Ross was talking. I will take Garm aside and say, do you think you could have a talk to Hondo, see if you can get a direct answer about what the deal is? Because we're not shy of dealing with Imperials, but the more information that we've got up front, the higher likelihood of success.
Okay. So, I'll go back to Rondo.
Yeah, he's currently talking to one of the droids. Apparently trying to have a discussion with a certain bit droid.
Patty!
And it seems to be revolving around potential chances to climb up the ladder of employment. Are you trying to hire him away from you?
Yeah.
Or steal, whichever works.
Trying to steal away my protege, have we?
No, just trying to give him more chances, room for improvement. Growth.
He always has room for improvement and growth in upgrades.
I would be doing what I did with my droid, which is put him in your room.
No, because we'll probably end up needing to get into engineering due to the fact that I'm going to be expecting that we're going to run into probably a firefight of either some pirates or Imperials, or probably both, knowing that Hondo's here.
Yeah, we're
Actually,
gonna
worst
get...
case scenario would be bounty hunters as well, and some other criminal cartels.
Could you stop
Or-
giving the GM ideas?
Or
Please.
Imperial pirates.
Imperial Pirates. Yeah.
Imperial outcast. Yeah.
Why would the governors be up here?
Hey.
Alright. Is Garm...
Yes.
Yep.
We.
He pours you a drink.
No. Say we need to know what is going on at the other end of our little trip here.
Says, simple. We swoop in, pick up the item that I paid for, and swoop out before anyone really cares.
He paid $3.99 for it, is what I'm guessing.
Speaking of which, how big is this thing?
He sort of squints down at his paperwork, going, "I'm sure it is." He starts making all these really weird noises as he's trying to guess without actually knowing how big it is, and he just rattles off some meaningless babble.
We might need someone with computer
Yeah, like,
knowledge
you know,
of
about,
running
like,
stuff.
three-
Like a
and then-
mechanics check to work out how
Look
big
at
this thing
the
would be.
paperwork is.
Sure.
Because we need to know how we're going to carry it out of there. It's
Okay,
gonna
so it'll be 3 yellow, 2 green, and I will upgrade.
Do you want me to assist you? Because I have 3 yellow, 3 green, 2 blue.
You're piloting at the moment, and I'm probably the only one.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we put you in the pilot seat. That's how you got to do the loop-de-loop.
Do you want to roll?
Oh, you could roll.
Did he upgrade?
Yes.
Did you flip over?
No. Do I have this right?
Always flip the token.
Always with the token.
That
okay.
is not a good roll.
No.
That's not
We
a bad
learned.
roll. Come
We
on.
learned very much. Don't let me roll. See, Mike, this is why we need you.
Okay,
was
so
just
the
saying,
dice are in
Yep.
favor of Hondo right now.
Why are you rolling?
So that
I'll
is
be other
one
people.
failure and 2 threats.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So yes, you're thinking Hondo really must know what he's talking about.
If it
You don't
comes
understand
down-
the words, but he seems to know what he's talking about.
You know about like 3 cubic bits? Totally.
You're not sure if he's actually using basic for all the words. Maybe he's mixing a few bit of pirate speech in there.
I'm really kind of concerned by this, so I might take the papers gently from Hondo and just say, just gonna run this by my guy up front, and I'm gonna take the papers up to the pilot chair.
He says, "Sure, I can come with you and explain."
No. I think you need to
Honda.
Garm and Khalid have some more questions for you.
Who's the one that we need to speak to when we get there?
Oh, no need to speak to anyone. He's paid for quick transfer.
Yeah.
We really need to get him a headset so when we
That's-
arrive he can speak to the Imperial Customs.
I was gonna say that's what I was trying to get.
I think our goal is to try
Down
not to
to-
speak to anybody.
Get.
No, but the thing is he can talk his way out of everything.
That's why I put him up front.
He's got all the luck on his side. Anyway, while he's distracted by Khalid and Garm asking questions, I'll take the paperwork up to Brum Brum and ask if he can decipher the size and the weight of this device.
So amusingly, thing is, he can actually turn a despair into an advantage.
Ah.
So that's how come he survives so well.
Makes sense for his character.
Mm-hmm.
Now that equals goals for the rest of us.
So what talent's that so we can all stride to it?
That is improved. Just kidding.
I like it.
So I need
I
to
think
get a
that's
just kicking skill.
the scoundrel I think's got that.
He is a scoundrel.
Yeah.
So yes, he's talking about how just have to move the
I can
cargo
work
from
towards
one
that.
bay to the
I
next.
have it.
He recommends docking right by your cargo bay. Go for the closest dock to your cargo bay and just move the item from one bay to the next. No need to worry about going through all that bureaucracy.
We will need to. They will not open their cargo and their docking bay unless we do.
Oh, he's no expense spared. He's paid for all that up front, he says.
How are they even going to know that we're there and what we're there for?
Oh, he
That
knows.
phrase was- That phrase was used in Jurassic Park, and we all know how that happened.
Yeah.
How that went. Spared no expense.
Yeah, no, we do know.
Oh no, it's Charmer.
Is there any way to get around Hondo's dodging of questions and things like that?
You can pin him down, but most of the time that doesn't work out well for people.
I don't want to pin him down, but I do want to know any information. Does he know the type of carrier? Does he know how many Imperials are going to be on there? What intel does he have, if anything, so that we can be prepared for what we're going in for?
Oh, he doesn't expect there to be any Imperials in the cargo hold.
What about on the ship?
Oh, he says, that's irrelevant.
How is he planning on getting on the ship without encountering anybody else?
He just looks at you and says, "Isn't that what you're here for?"
Yeah, no, 7% was too much. I will still run the specs past Brum to see if he can tell us what the weight and the size of the object will be.
Okay. What is Brum Brum's computers?
Was it?
Computers is if it's computers, it's 4 yellow, 2 green.
And I'll assist, but I'm not sure what my computers is. I know it's not horrible.
Brum Brum's gonna be the best on this one. I
Yeah,
think.
but I'm talking about just assistance.
Yeah. And I'm not rolling.
Apparently, I'm rolling just as well as Kesley is.
Ah, gotcha.
I was
you
gonna
got-
say maybe I
Ooh.
should roll.
I think maybe this is just Hondo's luck.
Though apparently, I actually succeeded for Brum Brum.
Yeah.
You got 3
Hooray.
successes. So going through the documentation, it's a brilliant forgery.
Yeah.
You would expect it to pass through any sort of customs as a bill of sale.
Alright.
You haven't actually seen a better one in your time.
Makes sense.
Mrs. Not bad.
The only reason you know it's a forgery is there's not a chance in any universe that a pirate would be able to purchase from the Empire some of their secret military tech.
Yep.
So I'm impressed by the fact that this is a brilliant forgery, but I'm looking at logistics now, which is we're stealing this item off an Imperial ship, and I need to know, do I need 6 of my Mandalorians to carry the damn thing off?
Well,
Or will
he's
2
looking
do?
at it, and they seem to be taking the tech via a circuitous route using non-Imperial vessels.
Okay, so that will possibly help.
Basically, it would be a pirate target if it was travelling by a convoy.
Bad news for them, it's still a pirate target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's being targeted. Okay, we're just gonna have to.
And
Adapt.
Brum Brum also believes that Hondo may have sold them the route and the ship.
Sold who the route?
The Empire.
Which
How
makes
else
sense.
would he know that it's there? Good
Yeah,
call.
no,
They
that's
know where
how
it's
they-
going to be.
Yeah, that's how he knows where it is. Yeah.
No, do you mean that he has actually sold somebody else the route of the ship?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, he has sold you the route of the ship, and he sold the Empire the route of the ship.
Yeah, but has he sold anybody else?
That you'll find out.
He.
Almost guaranteed.
Okay.
So,
sell the same piece of intelligence 3
Alright.
times.
Hopefully we catch up to this ship and we'll do it on the go.
Okay, so we end the session with you coming out of hyperspace and seeing what appears to be a large transport up ahead under attack by pirates. He goes, "Hey, that's my ship! Damn pirates!"
Yeah, it's a very Hondo comment. This was not unexpected.
The funny thing is, they're his pirates who have decided to go it themselves.
Yeah, look, it could actually be Hondo's guys trying to steal back their own stuff that they.
At this point in his career, he doesn't really have a crew.
Right. Okay. So, but Hondo's known for selling to multiple parties and also having a big mouth when he's drunk.
Yeah. All he needs to do is have somebody listening in the background.
Yeah.
Okay, so I shall put us on end credits.